Good morning, everybody. Hey, it's Dawn. Uh, my co-host is a little late today. Again, what's up with that? But anyway, so Precious and I are here. So she says hi. So we'll see how things are going today. I think we're going to do something a little bit different today. I think we may invite some guests on if anybody wants to come up later in the show, and we'll just chit chat about a whole bunch of things. So, not sure what you guys want to talk about today. And I realize I am alone here today. So, don't know where Susie is. But anyhow, well, it has been raining and raining and raining here, guys. We're about to mildew here. So, I don't know about you guys and how's your weather, but yeah, lots and lots of rain. So, how's the reselling world out there? Um, things are a little slow for me, but it is my fault because I haven't been listing like I should. Life has been happening. So, I can't blame eBay or Poshmark or anybody. That is my fault. But later today, I think I'm going to put a pop up video for to sell some things live. So let me send this invite to Suzy Woozy again because I'm not sure. I sent her the link. She should have it, but we'll send it to her again just to make sure. So I'm not sure if you can see me while I'm doing this. Oh, here it is. Message to Suzy Woozy. It's under Susan. And there she is. And I'll send it just in case you didn't get it the first time. I don't know why this is not sending, but we'll see. There she is. Hey, Pam, how are you this morning? I can't lose Susie in. Are you live? Where are you? There you are. Oh, no. She lost connection again. How's it going, Pam? Hope things are good for you this morning. Device disconnected. I think she's having device problems this morning. She said she was going to try to get in with her phone. There
Hi.
she is.
I was I was
Hey.
trying to yell, I'm backstage. I'm backstage, and you couldn't hear me.
Well, I saw you. I was trying to send you the link again, and then I saw you, and then it disconnected. It said your device disconnected.
Oh
Awesome,
boy.
Pam. Pam is here.
Hi Pam. Let me see. I'm gonna look at the chat
And
now. Then I won't be able to see you.
all right, yeah, I'll put the
Hi Pam. How's it
I'll put the
going?
chat up on the thing.
Oh wow. I'm gonna try to sit on the couch today. We'll see if that works.
Uh huh.
Uh
Okay.
okay. I'm
Maybe you
usually
can
on my
get some
rocking
snuggle.
chair. Yeah, maybe. They were up here before, but I wasn't giving them any attention because I was trying
Yeah.
to get your attention. But oh boy. Uh,
I need to scooch my chair over
As long as
because
you're
I
not
was.
getting it, let's see how I look. How's it going,
You
Pam?
you look beautiful.
I don't know how to get. This is how I disconnected before. I tried to get out of the comments. Boop. Okay, good.
Uh huh. Okay. Good. You on your phone today?
I'm actually on the iPad. I have 45%. So we'll see how it works. It still seems to be charging. It said that my charger is not like real, like my phone doesn't recognize it as equipment. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I've been using this ever since I got my thing.
Right.
Oh, that's great. I love any
Yeah.
excuse. Do you know that I
Girl.
have to? I want to say
Yes.
something.
Indeed.
My my Goodwill is in the shopping center right before the supermarket. So I tend to say, "Well, it's so close. Let me just stop here," and then thank you, and then I end up
Thanks.
I end up not even going to the store half the time.
It's like,
Because I'm
honey,
like,
we need bread. I have to run to the store
well,
and end up 4 hours later
it's a good thing I don't
at the
eat bread.
thrift store.
No, but I usually.
I guess he would know that was a lie, right?
But anyway, I
He
feel
would definitely know that was a lie.
I have to. I feel like I
Hey,
have to stretch
Mom.
out. Is your mom all here?
Yeah, Mama's
Hey,
here.
Sandra Torres, Miss Mama.
That's my
How's it
mom,
going?
Pam.
You drop mom at the supermarket. Yeah, that's the best way. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
do you know what I
Oh, girl,
have?
that would not fly with my mama because she likes the thrift stores too much.
I want to tell you something. My fiance does the shopping for us, and he doesn't even want to take me into the store where there's purchasing involved because I think I throw too many things in the cart. And he has in his mind like a list. Like I need proteins, I need vegetables, and I need some dairy, and I'm out. And he's like, and then I say, oh, but what about that? And what about that? And before long, I've
Hmm.
doubled the cart. At so, and
I
I also
know.
like to read labels, and he just grabs. Oh boy, you know
You
everybody.
and I would never get out the store.
Me and you.
If we went when we go shopping together, we'll never get out the store.
Oh my gosh, we're if you come shopping with me, we're gonna have to get out of the store.
I know.
I can't stand
We'll have
looking
to
at myself
promise.
with these glasses. I know that that's like kind of not right, but
Why? I think they're very attractive.
okay, I do kind of like the shape a lot, but I can see so much. I'm not used to seeing.
Well, I wish I could see that much on my glasses, but
Well, it gets to be like there's a reality point where you like. I guess also it's magnifying the area that I don't want
uh-huh.
anybody to see. Because look, right where the reading is where I have the stuff I want to cover
Right,
the most.
right. Hey,
So it's
Donna.
like, hi.
Donna says hi.
Hi, Donna. This is so nice. It's like a family reunion for you. And then I get to
It
be.
is. It is. And Pam, Donna is my sister, so I bet you
I
Johnny is still
I invited some people over from my you no my tick oh god I can't even think
your
straight my
TikTok family.
TikTok family. I invited them
Yes.
over to watch this, and I wonder if you see extra people in the numbers but not chatting, it could be them.
Okay.
Because I po
If
I
I
posted.
happen to if I happen to mute y'all for a second, I didn't mean to interrupt. It means my contractor's here and he came in to talk to me. So
Okay.
just letting you know, if all of a sudden I just look like I spaced out, that's why.
Are
But
you
I
wearing
probably
it?
look like that all the time.
Are you wearing a new shirt, Dawn?
I am. Look, girl. Want
Let
to
me
guess
see
how much
it.
I paid for it?
Let me see it.
Let's let's see.
Well, I know
I don't
Dawn.
know if you
She's
can
the most
see.
excellent thrifter in the universe. She has a lot
I
of
paid a
practice,
whole
and she's a good
quarter for this
shopper.
shirt. A whole quarter.
Well, Dawn, you overpaid.
I
Wah,
know.
wah.
Because some of
Give it.
them I got for 12
Did you
cents.
pay a quarter
So
or did you get it on the half price day?
no, I paid a quarter for this one.
Okay. Well,
So
you know,
it's a
you
little
can't you can't
busy
all
and
get
loud,
everything
but
for
I
10
kind of
ten
like
cents.
it.
In my
Yeah.
neighborhood, that would be like $8. So enjoy it.
Well,
I'm talking
I'm
thrift shop
I have
prices.
the Victoria vibe going.
You do. Look, sexy shoulders.
Yeah. How about
Ooh.
that?
I'm holding this on my knee now, so if it gets seasick, let me know. I'll put it down. I'm trying to
Okay.
lean back and rest my back. Hey, I've been doing a lot of TT. I have to keep thinking what station I'm on. I've been doing a lot of TikTok, and a nice group of people asked me to join in with them, and they're very positive and they're anti-bullying, and I like that. I wanted to have a serene. There's a lot of mean people on TikTok. You
Yes.
TikTok. I
There's
want to
a
call it
lot of
TikTok.
mean people on YouTube, on TikTok, everywhere.
Yeah, it
So
is. But I think it's almost like easier for them to interact with you over there
hmm
somehow, and they almost have like little cliques of meanies that I guess I don't know if they have 7 accounts and like a phone, a computer, and an iPad, and they're
hmm
like there's three. Every one of them is three at a time. So
I think
anyway,
that's the contract then.
it's anyways,
Hence why we were in the doghouse.
it's been fun. And if you guys want to go over there, I'm Suzy Woozy over there as well. But one of my tags now says Suzy Woozy / Serenity, the main one. And it's a Serenity group that I joined. Serenity Now. No.
I'm sorry. I had muted a bit because Bella is going crazy.
So tell us about Bella's
Now,
adventures this week.
huh?
Tell us
I
about.
didn't hear you.
She sounds very alert, and Bella
Yes.
had gone to the doctor this week. Tell us why.
Yeah, Bella was spayed this week, and she actually has been very docile and quiet, except when somebody drives up. And I think the contractor just drove up, and he's going to go to the back. So then she'll be once he comes in and plays with her, he has to come in and play with her, and then she'll be fine.
Let me ask you now. How's she doing with the wounds? Like, does she licking too much?
A little bit, but not much. If I tell her to stop, she stops. So very little. She's just very sleepy. They didn't give her any pain meds, but she's doing well. Now, come here, come on. But I can't bathe her or I can't groom her for 2 weeks, so she looks like a big old sheep. She's a standard poodle. Sean, I think Sammy's outside. That's why. Hang on, guys. Hang on 1 second. Okay. All right. So hopefully the contractor will come in and say hello. Suzy, where'd you go?
I'm trying to show you something. Ah.
well, I'm glad yours are.
Dog house.
I'm glad yours are docile and quiet because Bella is not. And my
I didn't
son
want to
is
show
supposed
my
to be
floor
babysitting
because of all the dog litter that they left behind, and I
That's
quickly tried to dust my Norton. Hi, Norton. He came in completely filthy. His new hobby is digging up my yard, and he's a digger. But I said, if you're gonna dig for something interesting like gems or gold or crystals.
Exactly.
Come on, he's only digging for like
why don't
roots
you
and
give
wood.
him one of those the detectors, metal detectors. You can metal detect. Hey, you can do a metal detector and just let Norton dig for you.
She says I need to shave. You're right. I thought I got it all yesterday. I guess
she
I
is looking a bit hairy today. She is.
Anyway, I'm gonna turn.
How's it going, Miss Jennifer Hayes?
Miss Hayes is here on the house.
Look, she's got her legs sticking out there, so we can see it's not that she's not hairy.
That's true. Anyway, what do I do to get back? Do I press the X button?
You're back. You're back. You're back.
Okay. I'm like, I'm so scared to touch a button. I'll end up in like the netherworld, and I'll be
You're
like,
back.
I'm like, you won't hear me or see me, and I'm lost.
That's funny.
That's
well,
just so
when
funny.
you were, when I was alone up here this morning, I was mentioning that this afternoon I'm going to do a buy it now video. I have a bunch of stuff that Haley and Becca gave me because they were cleaning out, and it was stuff they had listed on eBay, and they haven't been able to sell it and stuff. So I'm gonna yes, Jennifer, alone again. I don't know what to do with her. I'm gonna cut her TikTok off. That's what I'm gonna do.
Wait, what's going on? I'm here.
You were late again. I was up here for about.
I was yelling.
I'm here. Jennifer, I was up here for a lonely minute, maybe two, and then she came in.
I saw it go on, and I was right, like trying to get in. It couldn't have been unless it went back on. I swear when you were saying, I'm sending her the link again, and I'm thinking, I'm right here. You don't need to send
Right, and then I didn't see it because when I switched, because it pulled up another tab and blocked off the current tab.
I'm thinking,
so I
wish I could have a button to talk to you when I'm behind, but you can't do that.
Yeah.
And I was going to call, and I'm like, nah.
It mutes. So anyway, so what we plan to do today is I'll put the link out, and if anybody wants to come up, that'd be great.
And
And
we have
share.
requirements. Number one, you have to be wearing clothing.
Right. So I'm a mute. I'm a mute.
Okay. So if you want to come on, we'd be happy to talk to you, but please be wearing clothing or you'll be gone. And, you know, the rest is just, we hope you're happy and nice and smiling. But you could tell us if you have any issues. We'd love to hear. We'd love to hear anything you have to say. That's what I should say. So, Suzy was late. Isn't that funny? I told my friends over in the other places where I do shows that I slept through one of the shows and she called me live had to wake me up, and I thought that must have been a fun thing. I should go back and listen to myself. Going, what? Oh no! I can't even imagine. My dad used to talk to me when I was sleeping, and I would give him stories that were very interesting. One time he said, "Are you meeting me for lunch?" And it was June. And I said, "But the snowflakes will be falling." And he goes, "What are you talking about?" I go, "The snowflakes will be falling." And he said, "That's okay. Bring an umbrella. Just meet me at 7:30." I
I
was
missed.
like,
What did I miss? What did I miss? Hey,
I,
Vaughn.
is it bra required? No, you don't have to wear a bra, but you have to be wearing a shirt over the, you know, bits and pieces. That's all.
What did I miss? I'm sorry. That was my
I was
contractor.
saying that you woke me up, and when my dad used to wake me up, I would say things to him like in the middle of June. He's like, "Are you meeting me for dinner?" And I'd say, "But the snowflakes will be falling." And he goes, "What?" And I said, "The snowflakes will be falling." And he goes, "So bring an umbrella." And then he said, "Just meet me." and I was, and I'm like, and then the next day I had no recollection of talking to him, and I said, did you notice I was sleeping? Because when I'm sleeping, I'm not going to remember that I said anything out loud. Tony's not a good waker upper from a sleep. He says the weirdest stuff, and sometimes he yells at me like, "Why are you standing over me?" And I'm thinking, "Because I just woke you up."
Right.
And he's like, and then one time he said, "It's too early to wake up. It's too early. Let me sleep." I'm like, "Dude, it's 1 a.m. You gotta go.
Wow.
You first have to go to bed to wake up." It's just humorous. It's a little
So I
scary
put the
sometimes,
link.
though, to wake people
If
up.
anybody wants to come up, you can leave your avatar up. Just let me see who you are before so I can know it's you and
I
not
was
a troll.
I was having a stress dream. It was back when I was in school, and I was having a stress dream about my finals, and um, and I thought I dreamed that I was running late, and the reason was snow. And then when I woke up, I thought, how silly is that? Like, it's not going to snow in June. I'm
Hi, Janet. I'm sorry, Susie. Said Mr. Johnny sent them over here. Good morning.
Hi, how
How
are
are
you?
you? Did I say that right? Jedit? Jedit?
I hope you did, because the other way I would say it wouldn't sound like it. Jetit. I don't.
Just, I don't
Janet
know.
or
Jet. Is that right?
Jatit. I don't know. We, it's if you can come on and tell us how you say your name.
So I put the link
Yes,
up if
Jet. Okay.
anybody wants to come up and say hi, have anything to share, positive. And
It can be negative as long as it's something you're going through and you want to discuss and get it off your chest. That's fine.
well, I don't think any of our guests are
You know, if you have
negative.
an
And,
issue and you need to just let it
right,
off your
right.
chest, that's fine. We're here to listen to you.
Or if you
And
want to chat about reselling, life, come on.
dinner,
Dinner?
carb diets, no
I
carb
don't know.
diet,
Keto diet.
all
Anybody
carb
on keto
diets.
besides me?
I was on anti keto for about a year. That was not
Yeah, me
that's
too.
not good for me. I
That was not good.
I I know like
Come on, baby.
your guests, the people who are here, all like maybe one or two of you knew that I was on a weight loss journey starting in 2017. I'm thinking back, and I started losing weight, and then when I had my gallbladder out, all of a sudden I felt like I could eat again, which is was sort of I almost didn't like that.
Right.
not that I wanted to keep my sludgy gallbladder in my body, but when they took it out, I was like, oh, I could actually eat food and not feel like I'm like ill. And I
Right.
started eating more, and I every checkup I was up 10 pounds, and I thought I have to put a on it. And the reason I always say to people, not that being fit or looks good, it's for my health. I was on diabetes medicine, high blood pressure medicine. I needed to be on cholesterol medicine, but it didn't agree with me. And I had a fatty liver. I had all those issues, and I was worried that I was already in the not healthy range of weight again.
Mm-hmm.
And it was frightening to me after, and it was also sad because you try so hard when you're
Mm-hmm.
someone who's prone to, I had like something called metabolic syndrome, and it sets you up for a life of really fighting your weight and
Right.
diabetes and stuff. So I have to really
Right.
be around, probably, sadly, I know that this sounds silly, but and it's not a lot of weight for a lot of people, but for me, if I go above like about 160, 150, like that's where I really need to live, because like once I get in the 170s, I'm pushing it. And if I get, hopefully never again, up to 180, I usually turn
Mm-hmm.
into a diabetic again. So I have to be careful.
Hey,
And
Danny
it's
Mae.
sad because it means no carbs like forever.
I know.
Except on my
I know.
wedding. My wedding is going to
That
be
makes
full
me
of
sad.
carbs. I'm going to eat a lot of carbs at my
I might eat a
wedding.
few carbs at your wedding too.
I'm going to
Hey,
eat
Stacey May.
cake. Hi, Stacey May.
Danny Mae. Stacey May.
Is Danny May here too? Danny May. How's my Danny May?
So Yvonne says she lost weight on keto, but stopped and gained it back.
I did that
And
as
then she
well.
can't go one day without carbs. Like her body craves it. I know. I would gone down to like 174, gained it all back plus some,
Me
and
too.
my diabetes was out of control. So which is why I'm back on. So I went up back up to like 230 ish, and back down. I'm like still 190. I'm kind of stuck there.
Someone asked
So
how tall I was. I used to be
Sister
five
May,
five. Then I was 5'4". And now they said I'm 5'3". And I'm like, what is happening to me? My head is shrinking into my body.
the Mays are here. Yes,
Did you hear what I said about my head? My
I
head is so
heard.
heavy.
Well,
My neck can't support.
it's not from your head. It
I
just
have such a
happens
big
as you get older.
noggin. I'm. It's crushing down on
Right.
me. It's so funny. Well, yeah, that's the thing
Jared
now.
says, "Eat cake. You deserve it."
I will 100% eat some. I will 100% be eating carbohydrates at my wedding.
Well, I was gonna do like fasting last night, which I guess I still no. I ate a piece of cheese, so no,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not.
losing
But
bone, and I do have a big
um,
head, Jennifer. I have a huge noggin, but you see, like if you're not seeing it, I also have broad shoulders. It's like when I used to have to buy hats, I always had to buy like look for extra large hats, and I don't know. Some
Jared says
nice
it's your
people would.
shoes, not your head.
It's all I would like to think it's all this knowledge stored up in there, like weighing me down, but it's probably
Oh, is that what it
worries and
is?
worries and stress. I used to have big hair in the 80s.
Uh huh.
Big hair.
I never
All
had
that
big
hairspray
hair.
weighed me down.
Jetta says a good way to spin it. I never had big hair in the 80s. I always had
You
short hair.
didn't?
I didn't have
Really?
big hair. No.
It was not the style down there. Everybody,
It was a style down
I
here, but
want to
my
tell
hair was
you,
short.
I used to go into New York clubs, and then they would have to put the wire, the ropes across the front. And my friend's like, "Oh, they're not letting anybody in." And my friend's in the line, and she goes, "Why do you think they're not letting anybody in?" I said, "There's too much hair in here. They can't fit anybody else."
And all that hairspray might ignite.
Really?
Jennifer says her legs are getting really painful to walk. It's becoming freaking
Oh,
annoying. I have pain every day. Yeah, I know. It's like they said when you hit 50, but when I hit like 35 ish, it started. And my sister would warn me it's coming, but yeah,
I
it
I
really
don't
came.
I don't know when it started hitting, but even just recently, like
Hmm.
Tony and I were trying to practice dancing, and we would dance about 4 or 5 songs, and then the next day, it's like the whole week, I feel so bad. I feel like I'm like, were we like chopping rocks? What were we doing? It's like it hurts so much. I'm still in pain, but I did have a UTI, and I'm hoping my kidneys aren't. I'm prone to kidney stones. I'm just hoping
Oh,
nothing's happening.
okay.
Of course, there's a way to find out. It's called
Yeah,
$1,000 of testing.
yeah. Yvonne says
Mm.
her too. Jennifer says her knees suck. Girl, wait. They have my son's bedroom, the floor torn up, and they coming to put it back in now. So I have
Yeah.
been sleeping on the floor on an air mattress because he's in the bed with my husband because he wouldn't be able to get up. So, yeah,
Oh,
it's been fun here.
okay.
Yes, Jennifer,
Somebody
do
made a
that.
point about the menopause thing, and that is true that I feel very differently since I went through menopause. And I was a late menopause lady. I mean, I had it, and I was so upset about it. I got my menses early, and then it stayed late, and I'm like, do I need an extra 20 years of this stuff? Because it's not like I had a baby or anything. It's just,
Right,
it wasn't my, I mean, I wanted a baby, but
right.
it
Well, I
just
had a hysterectomy when I was 30, and so my ovaries have finally pittered out. So
well,
I'm gonna got
every time
keep
I go in
myself
the
like,
gynecologist, they ask me if I want to take it out, and like it's my choice. And I thought, do I need to have one? And they, like, I have endometriosis, and I am carrying around fibroids, and I have a lime size endometrial, I guess they call it a cyst, or endometrioma or something. And it's the size of a lime, and someone's like, that's a lime is pretty big. and
yeah.
and it's, so they say if it starts to become painful, let us know. And I can't really tell what the pain's coming from, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel right down there.
Right.
You tripped.
Yeah.
I'm trying to read it. I felt
Get
I
it?
was trying to crush boxes the other day, and I slipped on a piece of the cardboard, and I went flat on my back, and I was grateful that there was another box to catch my head before it hit the
Wow.
floor. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
My sister
not
has a lot of leg pain. It does suck.
that's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, Danny put up the
I think it
prayer
runs in
hands.
the family.
Danny put up the prayer hands, and if we could send out some healing juju or prayers, I want to do a general one for everybody in the room listening, that we just feel better tomorrow or
That's
today.
right.
Maybe on
Jennifer, you're going to be 52 on Friday. I'll be 59 on Saturday.
congratulations.
Yeah.
I
Ooh,
know
scary.
it I can't make it. Oh, I had a lot of I was on statins for a while, and I would get terrible back pain from it. So,
Yeah,
and
Don, my sister, Don, I hope you don't mind me sharing, but I know you can't take like cholesterol medicines either because it makes your legs hurt.
I couldn't take the cholesterol meds at all.
Yeah, and maybe that's why my legs hurt because I take two. I take a statin and Zydia, which I'm not sure what that one is. But thank you, Janet.
Oh wow, that's it's hard to admit when you was it. I mean, they look sometimes like I think some people go on them because they look a little bit like they're fun, but
Oh yeah. Oh, Danny May will be 47 on the
wow,
4th. Happy birthday, Danny May.
happy birthday.
So I think you
Congratulations.
guys should come up and Susie can sing us happy birthday.
I will. I will. I'm not guaranteeing I'll be
Although, wait, we
on
have next
key or
week,
anything.
right? Let's see, we have one more week, so we could do that next week. Hey,
Jennifer,
Ashley.
I'm trying so many supplements. Can you take Tylenol? Or anything. Like I've been looking into like what supplements help with joint pain. So I was taking collagen, and before long, it's so expensive that you end up spending $50 a month on supplements, and that could be dog food, and I can't really afford that. But because I had a gastric bypass, I need to take a lot of supplements every day.
Oh,
And they just said, well, think of it like you're not eating as much, so you're saving money on food, so you'll just spend it on your supplements. So it's even Steven, but it's not really even Steven.
right. Danny Mae said there's no emoji for positive juju, so she put up the prayer hands. So prayer hands are fine, just fine.
It is true.
Yeah, hang on. That's my daughter going to job interview, and she's calling me. Let me see if she's lost.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to take even NSAIDs, which are like Advil and I it's ibuprofen. I can't take aspirin. So, and Aleve used to be my favorite. And I was always like, every time I go to the osteo doctor, they would tell me, well, I'd like to put you on an 8-week regimen of high anti-inflammatories. Can't do it. So that was the doctor that wanted me to do the other stuff that made me woozy. And this the medical stuff, the medical
Yes.
420. And I tried that for a while, and I think that could have been really why I was starting to gain weight too, because if you do that, you tend to be more interested in eating.
Mhm. Right.
And it
Well,
helped a little, but it doesn't help for very long. I mean, it helps like an hour at a time, maybe two. Somebody was saying try the gummies, it helps for a longer amount of time, but I don't really like the way I feel on that. So
yeah.
I don't I
Well,
don't
I
really
saw
do it.
the rheumatologist, and he said the key was not to take something when you're hurting, but to take something all the time. So he put me on a regimen of 800 milligrams of ibuprofen 3 times a day, and then extra strength Tylenol in between those three. So I did that, and it does help some. I mean, not it's not 100%, but it does help some.
I always
Well,
thought it
we're
knocked
not
the
really
pain. Like if you were feeling like a 10-day and you took that, you might feel like a 6, a
yeah.
7.
I
Like it
mean,
could
it does
kind of
take
knock
you.
it down to like you could move around and do
But
stuff.
once it builds and and you take it every day, it's
But what about your stomach?
well, I had to back off the ibuprofen because he told me I can flip flop and do the Tylenol 3 times and ibuprofen twice if it bothered me. So it did bother my stomach a little bit, and I'm on Plavix because I have a stent. So I was bruising a lot. So I did have to. I have on my stomach. I have a paw print of Bella where she jumped up, and I have
Mm.
like a purple paw print.
Somebody was
You're
saying
right.
that they got some kind of a CBD Delta 8 thingamy bob, and they tried that, and they said it made
What?
them feel really good. So, oh, are you saying the same thing? Yeah, yeah. Well, somebody just said try this. There was a Delta something that wasn't quite, you know, it wasn't as high in THC. It was like very low level, but they said it was enough that it made them feel okay. And I thought,
Oh, I'm sorry,
okay,
Jennifer. Well,
I'm
I do
sorry.
the drops, and it helps some, but not 100%.
Yeah, that hung. I'm waiting for these, you know, these
What's Delta 8?
bioengineers. I want them to make that. They have all these strains. If you go into the dispensary, there's so I mean they might only have 4 or 5 that day, but there's almost like 20 on the menu, and I'm thinking, where's the strain that doesn't make you hungry? Give me that one, or the one that at least gives me the giggles. Because if
So
I'm
Delta
gonna
8 is
eat, I
just
want to be
another,
happy about it.
yeah, Delta 8 is just another strand of it.
it's I think it's more like I think the original idea was it was more hemp than
Hmm.
cannabis, and they're like cousin plants, and hemp is used a lot for what I say like clothing and stuff. Like they can make I want to say string yarn. They can make fabric at it's a helpful plant for
Okay,
people eat the seeds as a protein source actually and a fiber. But
right. You
I
need to
mean,
find you a good rheumatologist, Jennifer.
I haven't
I
ever been
love
to
the
the
one I got. I saw
rheumatologist.
him one time, and this guy is like fantastic. It was like I had to hug him because I felt like he was the first person to truly believe the pain. So he said it's a pain syndrome when you factor in the my fibromyalgia, my trigeminal neuralgia, all the different pains. So it's called complex pain syndrome. So yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna put the
I
link back in case one of you ladies want to jump on in.
the I stopped. I try to stop doing the oils because when it seemed like a lot easier to just do the oil, and then if you keep doing that, I found that like
Mm-hmm.
first of all it was expensive, and second of all, when I went off it, I just realized like how I don't know how it made me feel like a bit foggy. I didn't want to feel
Mm-hmm.
foggy, but I went off a
Right.
lot of my meds recently. I used to be on at least two more meds, and I cut a lot of the ones I'm on now in half. I'm trying to wean myself off because there's I don't know if there's like something that your body does that makes medicine just not work as good as it did in the beginning. And I was like, once you're on a pill for 5 years, it might stop really working for you. So I don't know. And then
Yeah.
I'm wondering if I could just be on no medicine and
Wait,
see how
let
I
me let
am.
me mute this. I'm not trying.
Okay. But we'll see.
That
Oh,
was that was a contractor. He goes, "I'm sorry, I'm not trying to track mud, but it's really muddy. Like add it to the
yeah.
rest of the crap that's there."
My my bone doctor said that I have like I have my bones are starting to get very thin and it's not quite osteoporosis, and he asked me if I wanted to try those treatments, and I can't. I am not permitted because of the gastric bypass to have any of those osteoporosis treatments or the
Mm-hmm.
anti-osteoporosis treatments.
Yeah. Yeah. Donna
So
has CIPS. That's really bad, and it sets off not just where your injury is, but
can you,
everywhere.
what is that, a pain response problem?
It's wait, I forget. It's chronic. Shoot, Donna, tell me what it is again. I forgot. Um, it's like if you have pain, like if you get injured, she broke her hand, and if you get pain, the pain is more than what it should be for that injury,
I hear it.
and
I hear that.
it's very bad. It's almost like the pain I have in my face, like it's severe. It's like way severe for what it should be.
I used to get frozen shoulders a lot, and when that when that starts, it would be like there would be, I don't know what tissue that would build up and freeze my shoulder down, and then if you try to raise it up, like now I can kind of raise it up, but it happened to me 3 times, and they either can knock you out and try to break the adhesions, or you just
Hmm.
can wait. And if but they didn't, but you have to wait almost 9 months to a year for it to break on its own. and and I'm just in pain. But the I don't know. I just was in so much pain, and this was before the other doctor gave me that medicine. And the pain, Jennifer would know this. Like the pain pills they want to give you, I don't want to take them. And the regular over the counter stuff doesn't really work. I mean, I'm talking really didn't work. I would wake up in the middle of the night crying. So I'm
Wait, it
just
just hit me, Donna. It's chronic regional pain syndrome.
okay. It's
Yeah,
terrible.
that
It's
that's
sad.
that's just bad. It's bad.
Okay, I am eating better, but I'm not drinking a lot of water. And everybody keeps saying, you have to do the water thing, and I'll have to try. I mean, because I remember when I saw you drinking the soda, and I said, I want a treat because I'm not having any sweets. So I started drinking. For the last 2 weeks, I've been drinking diet soda, and
I'm
I think it.
sorry. Did I cause your addiction? I know I should be drinking water. And then they put me on a new diabetic medicine and I'm slowly decreasing my insulin. And she says, you have to drink at least 32 ounces of water a day with this medicine to flush your kidneys. Yeah, well, but I did. I drank my 32 yesterday. So I
Really?
didn't.
Okay.
I didn't take. I didn't take my meds yesterday. Yet today. So because I need to eat when I take it. Yeah, Jennifer says she eats very poorly. Well, I was. Oh, me too, Jennifer. I have a circle, but I don't use it. I guess I need to find it, clean it, put it together, use it. I have like a huge bag full of the circle cartridges.
Somebody told me the other day. Well, I don't know. Maybe they were just being kind of like, they said that that kind of water doesn't count, and I'm like, come on,
Why?
I don't know.
Always has a flavor added to it.
And when I make my drink in the morning and I put in like 10 ice cubes, I'm counting that as water. Sorry, and
Oh hell yeah! When I
and
drink
I
my water, yeah.
and I count the cashew milk. Can you believe you would ever hear me say I'm drinking cashew milk? I was chocolate milk to the. I was miss chocolate milk and 3 cups of coffee a day, and now I'm having no coffee and cashew milk. Well, I mean, sometimes I put coffee
Stop,
powder.
stop. I the flavor sparkling water at Walmart, it's very good. I had a key lime last night. It was good.
I like the we were talking about like the things that look like Mio bottles and you squirt
Yeah.
in. I bought the colorless grape, and I'm one of my favorite flavors is sold at Walmart, and it's pineapple mango, and they're always sold out. And it got to be that I started buying like as many as I could find, and then I guess the next person who really liked it started buying as many as they can find. So I
Right.
really this you're laughing at what she wrote. Hey, I'll drink Kool-Aid and count as water. Yeah, why not? But
Yeah. I
that
know.
in water tastes good.
Yeah.
My talk is
Well,
dirty
Yvonne,
between
I'm
people.
addicted to Coke Zero, not Diet. I don't like Diet Coke, but I do Coke
Oh,
Zero.
dirty. Oh, dirty doggy.
Jennifer. Jennifer, when I go to Sonic and get a Route 44 Diet Dr. Pepper, that's a lot of ice in there. So that's half water.
It
So that's
is.
22 ounces of water.
Come here, my baby. Baby, you to get off my makeup. You don't do that. Oh, yes, colorless is a little better. But then the sweeteners they use, nothing's good for you. What are we going to do? The air's probably not good for
I
us.
know. And
I know that.
they say you can pour a can of Coke or a bottle of Coke in your toilet and it'll clean your toilet, your battery terminals. So yeah, I don't know what it's doing to me, but I like it. Okay.
I kind of know. I hate to say, well, my family were like, not my immediate family, but my father's brother. My father's brother. This is gonna start. Okay, my uncle. He was a chemist, and he was the first person, and it was years ago. And he told me, "Oh, you can't drink colas because they deplete your bones of calcium. Well, it's like the phosphorus will pull out." Or he just said there's something about the carbonated colored sodas that will deplete your body, and then I keep hearing it. So, oh.
Jennifer says it'll eat the points of the car off. Come here, Bella. Come here.
So am I ready
Yvonne,
for my
you're
wedding?
ready for your
Someone's
wedding.
asking. Yesterday I got a call that the musician's like, well, I have to work something out. I got offered 2 more gigs on that day, and I'm like, and I was crying. I just, there's certain things in your mind, and I'm a worry wart that you want to check off. And I thought music was checked off. I just hired this like local guy who plays in festivals and bars and stuff, and he had a friend he said could come and sing and play the piano. I mean, he's a good singer too, and he could be almost like a one-man band. And he was going to bring a keyboard, a violin, and a guitar, and I was excited about it. And now he's telling me he's trying to play another gig earlier in the day, but they're gonna run late.
He better be. He's babysitting the dogs.
I'm gonna tell you, he called me and he said, "I'm not looking forward to that." Oh no, I'm not. I'm
Oh
not.
God.
And I could have had him as a bridesmaid, right? No,
You could have. You could have.
no. I asked, when we were gonna have the
I guess that's where Tony's going to draw the line.
we needed a witness for our marriage, which I forgot to pick up, by the way. And he is Timmy in the well? Yes, I guess so. Anyway, so I asked Tony, he says, "You have to get us a witness." I said, "Don't you have any friends? I'm the only one that's supposed to drum up a friend." And he said, he goes, "I don't." I go, you have 2 sons. They're living with you. Can't one of them come? Well, anyway, regardless of that, I said, "Well, I could ask my ex, but that might be awkward." And he goes, "Yeah, I guess so." You know, every DJ I wanted to hire was putting something extra in the contract that we did not discuss. And one of them, and so it started with the cheapest one, then the medium priced one. And then there was one guy that had been $700 in 2019. And then by last year, he was doing it for 800. Well, he said to me, "Well, no, I wasn't doing it for 800. I was doing it for 1,000, and my neighbor hired him for 1,000." He's like, "I guess I could let you hire me for 1,000." And then he calls me 2 days later and he says, "No, it's 2,000."
Wow.
And I was like,
Hey, little Debbie snacks.
"Hi, Debbie." So I go, "I'm not paying $2,000 after you said you do it for 1,000, which was like 300 more than I wanted to even
Right.
attempt to think about spending." And then my friend
That,
said, "Look, I know a bunch of music." My friend writes a music blog, and she goes to concerts all weekend long with her boyfriend, and they post their blog on most likely Instagram, but other places too. And they're getting well known because they get now free concert tickets. And so she recommended to me a few different people, and one of them was a little pricey, I felt, and he kept pushing for a duo, and he was going to just come for a couple hours, and he says, "I'm going to charge you 600." I'm like, "That's a little over what I wanted to spend." And I said, "How about just you?" And then he's like, "Well, 400." And I'm like, and then the next guy I hired, we were all set. He just kind of strummed and sung, and he was way less money. And then he texted me a month ago, "Well, I'm really sorry. I have something coming up with my family, and I have to flake on you, basically. And I hope you can find someone else." And I'm like, "But I can't. I can't." And I'm like, "Can you recommend?" And he did. He found me somebody the next day. And I called him, and he was available, and he was so nice on the phone. And I thought, this is too good to be true. This guy is just too good to be true. He's so nice. He liked the music I liked. And he even said that he would stay and do DJ after he did his set. And I was like, this is fantastic. And I was set. I thought I checked it off my list. Well, yesterday when he said, "I'm trying to work another job," that day, I thought, when you go to a lot of music events, that they start to run late because the first person, like either one of the duo doesn't come in time. They have to set up the instruments and the sound. So that takes about a half hour. And then if they're like the second or third act, it could start being 1 or 2 or 3 hours late. And if I don't know, apparently this festival seems very important to him. And even though he already had a job at my wedding, so I was crying about it. I was just crying. I said, and I know I shouldn't be crying about it, but if I start making different arrangements, it's just more stress on me and more things I have to do. And he said, "Look, I'm going to come." But I mean, when is he going to come? Is he going to come at 7 when we're wrapping it up?
Right.
I'm upset.
Debbie says, "Timmy's stuck in a well. Send help."
Well, apparently they're playing
How's
tug
it
of
going,
war.
Debbie?
Only they're playing it on me.
Yeah, and Jetta
Yeah,
says that's crazy. He's money hungry. You're right.
Hi, Debbie. They're having a nice tug of war on the couch.
Jennifer
Like,
says there's a homeless guy in front of Wawa playing a guitar. I bet you can get him for cheap. Is he good, Jennifer? She might consider it. Although you may have to dress him too. So, but
they
hey,
take
he
a
would probably,
shower. I don't know.
maybe he was a good musician
Oh, and
and
you
just
have to hear this story too. There's an add-on. There's an add-on bonus to this story. If I don't get attacked by these wild animals on the couch, they're um
look at my baby, y'all. She had
the place
surgery.
they're playing ahead of my show is a 420 festival. And so he said, I'm just telling you that it's in a tent and people will be partaking because it's legal in New Jersey. And he said, so we might actually smell like it. And I'm thinking, I don't care. I don't care if you smell like that. You're going to be outside in a tent. But I'm like thinking, I hope you're not like wasted. I'm just
Yeah.
so stressed out.
She wants to get on my lap.
And now I
She
have
wants
to
to.
contact the caterer, make sure he remembers me, and finalize the menu. Do I have to really hunt down the last 4 people that never RSVP? Or should I just assume that if they didn't, they're not coming?
Jennifer said he actually plays well,
You place them. It's a little far away
but
though.
he doesn't sing.
Oh, we kind of wanted a little, maybe. You know, Tony is very happy with hearing the original recordings of things, but I just thought it would be a little more extra. I don't know, just
Mm-hmm.
a little nicer sometimes. Like when if you're sitting around waiting for some relatives to show up, and some of them always come late. Like it might be nice to hear somebody strumming on a guitar, playing a violin or something.
Right.
It. They're not gonna make it for my wedding. That's funny.
She said he
Well,
changed
maybe he
venues
has
and
a
he's trying to
car.
top right.
He could leave it. He'll have to leave around noon to get to my venue at the right time.
That's right,
He's gonna
Yvonne. If
charge me
all
a lot
else
in
fails,
transport.
have a big speaker, a Bluetooth, and play Pandora or Spotify.
We have Spotify. When we do have a speaker, it's funny.
Right.
Well,
That's what I say. A Bluetooth
ShopRite's
speaker on your phone.
classy, compared to Wawa maybe. But there's more. There's probably more flow of in and out people, like quick changeover at Wawa, at the Wawa. So it's not loud. Okay,
He's
Norton
drinking.
he takes water, and then he drinks very loudly,
Then he
and then it
drips.
dribbles out of his mouth on his way over to me, and then he wipes off his top his he uses my clothes as a napkin. Well, there's something everybody was saying I should use my phone, but I want to use my phone for photography, kind of, because it'll be handier. So I don't want my phone to be tied up with the music. Tony, I want to say Mike could. Tony Mike could do it.
You might could
I'm
do it.
trying to
Nice.
I'm trying to
I
talk
like that,
Southern,
girl.
going, oh.
Talking like us. You're right. You're right, Yvonne. Yeah.
I think they're gonna stop it. She keeps knocking my hand. This one. This is Roxy. Roxy. Um, we're gonna have beer and wine only, and I suppose soft drinks.
Debbie says a $20 burner phone will do. Because
Will it?
all it has to do
Is
is
there
hook to a
such a
Bluetooth.
thing? Is there such
Yeah.
a thing as a $20 phone that'll get that you could download a playlist on?
As long as it has Bluetooth, it
I
has
have
to have
a.
enough space for a playlist.
Oh well. Or what? I had downloaded Spotify Premium on my cell phone because they gave me a deal of 3 months for free, And I like using it off my iPad. Maybe I would want to bring I could bring my iPad and try it on that, but this thing burns battery lately like in 10 seconds, and if the plug is not quite right, it'll go dead in a matter of a few minutes.
Yvonne says, yeah, at Walmart. As long
It's a
as it has
plus.
Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, whatever.
It's something to consider. That might be an option for us. I don't know that
So
Tony will
Jennifer
really
wants to know if the
care.
guy's not coming at all, or did he shorten his time?
Well, this is it. He said we're discussing it today at 4 o'clock, and I just somehow feel
That don't sound good.
sadly like I just feel sometimes that, you know, I want to say this. What happened to integrity? When you make a gig, when you make an appointment, and it's somebody's, very important day, where's your integrity? I don't know if he's just
Mhm.
squeezing me for money. And then I did talk to my ex about it, and he said, make sure he doesn't ask for more money now. Because maybe that's what he's doing. He might be trying to leverage you to give him the money from the
Mhm.
other gig. And I'm like, I don't know. Some people
Yeah.
want to get like $50 to $100 to go play at another gig, and they're still interested in doing it.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yvonne said you can use an iPad, a computer,
I don't have
Wi-Fi.
a portable computer. We're like old fashioned, do you like weird desktop people? But
Hmm.
maybe somebody else will have.
Yeah, Jennifer said he's going to hit you up for more money, probably.
That's what it is. He's probably just gonna say, I probably say, please don't do the other gig, and he'll say, well, they offered me $200, and I'll probably have to
Hmm.
say, okay.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. It's like he probably spoke to this other woman and said, I usually get at least 400, 600, 900, 1,000 for a wedding. Why are you doing it so cheap? And
Bella, what are you doing? I think
I'm too,
she wants
I'm,
to get
too,
on my lap.
I'm too, I know I'm like, I would never really go to Judge. I heard that if you go to Judge Judy, it's pre-decided that you get the money back
Aw.
that you're suing for. So it doesn't really matter how they rule. You make your money. Like they guarantee to cover the final decision. So, but it's not like we didn't sign anything. It was all like on like, will you do it for what price are you doing it for? And he said, I'll do it for this price. And I was saying, okay, let's talk on the phone. And it's not a true contract. It's a
She
verbal.
wants she wants to
It's like
work.
my word is my bond, except for people doing things for you at your wedding.
Really, Bella? You
I
want
don't
to type?
know. Hey, G. How's it going?
Hey,
You
Greg.
totally forgot. Aw. Look at Miss Bella.
She wants to type, I think.
Okay.
She really wants to sit on my lap, but that ain't happening.
Miss Bella, don't hurt your belly. Bella, don't hurt your belly, belly, belly. Bella.
Now I can get my camera back.
Miss Dawn. Miss Dawn, you might have a backache because you're always holding dogs.
You think?
Maybe. I think you should be like Jennifer and get chihuahuas, and then you if you had like two chihuahuas, it wouldn't hurt as much.
I know. This one hurts too, though. That
Yeah,
adds up after
she's
a
kind of
while.
bulky, right? Well, think
Wait, I
about
just want you to know. Look, her ears are growing. So aren't they kind of
it.
cute now? They're not Ewokish.
If you're like always lugging around a couple of sacks of potato, well, whatever,
Yeah, yeah, because she
flour,
weighs
potato.
about 8 to 10 pounds.
All
So
right, my wedding is. Should I tell it? Are people going to come to my house while I'm not here? Not Tony. Al will be here, and I have security and two dogs. Okay, I'll tell you. My wedding is September 17th. I wanted to almost keep it a secret, but it's coming up. It's like 2 weeks. In 2 weekends, right?
yeah. Oh, that means we get to go on vacation.
I'm so excited. I'm almost, I swear I would have canceled this whole thing if you weren't coming. I wanted to meet you, and I'm like, how do I do this? How do I cancel it all at the last minute? But we're too far in now.
You can't cancel it now. It is closed, Debbie.
I know.
Thanks.
Mr. Suzy Woozy. He was
Yeah.
online yesterday for a while. I mean, he had
Was
a
he?
well. I mean, he came in and I kissed him and I said, "This is Mr. Suzy Woozy," and he waved to
Oh, did he? I'm
my
impressed.
my TT, the TikTok people. But yeah, and then I tried to let him. I tried to do it again, and he says, "Will you stop with that?" He started. Was so cranky. People probably wondering
Jennifer said
what.
she doubts the 9 of us are going to come break in.
Well, you'll be coming in the electric carts, and then and the carts.
Using canes and God, so
I
funny.
was just thinking about somebody might have a van and show up and say, "Oh, she's got resellers." Let me see. I I used to work very hard for my $5 a sale. I'm telling you. That's why I kind of want to do it. I'm like, I'm making $3 an item. It's not worth it. It's not.
That's funny. I've been doing fairly. I mean, I've been averaging 2 sales a day on eBay, and that's because I haven't been listing. So
Wait, I thought 2 sales was a good thing. It's not. It depends what it is. It depends
I
what
was,
you sell. If you sell like
yeah.
a
I mean,
hundred
I
dollar
mean, the
panel,
average about maybe 18, 20 something, But
and you're paying your rent, your I was gonna say your mechanic, your your accountant.
my accountant, my rent,
He's the mechanic,
and now
and you.
my booth.
Oh, I know, but well, yeah, I think the booth is like gonna be the best thing yet
I
because
think
I feel
so.
like it'll be less labor for you. You won't have to pack anything up. You won't have to send invoices. It'll just have to be there and get sold. That's awesome.
Yvonne, I
Maybe
plan to go
yeah, we
live at
will.
some point at her wedding. Like
And
after the wedding ceremony, we'll do that. Hey, Glenn.
do you know Miss Victoria will be there, and maybe we will give her some wine and she'll start singing. That would be fun.
Yeah, Victoria's staying with Garrett and I, so that'll be fun.
That'll be fun. Hi, Glenn. Who else is here now? Mr. Swamp Picker.
Right, Debbie. But I know it's my fault, Debbie, because I've only been listing maybe 2 things a day. So life has been happening, doctor's appointments and all kind of other crap. And I have
Did you
my
see what?
grandbaby that I'm running back and forth to school these last couple, today and tomorrow. And,
I haven't
you
even
know,
checked my email to see if I got a sale. I have to do so much stuff that I'm not doing. I'm ignoring like picking up the marriage license. I have to contact the caterer. I've been trying on my wedding dress every day to see if it fits because it was pulling on the top.
oh, wow.
And I'm like, I'm gonna need duct tape to go around my upper body. Oh,
Right.
this is. I'm
Yvonne, I
trying to
know what you
find
mean,
under.
but sometimes I do it. So is it fitting better?
The last time I tried, it was fitting the same way, but you know how I tried it? I tried it on. I know you shouldn't do it, but I tried it on for Tony, and I said, "How do I look?" And he goes, "Pretty good." Mm.
It's just a man. Don't let that bother you.
I'm like, and I started almost feel like crying hysterically, and he said, "What?" I go, "Who wants to hear on your wedding day you look pretty good? You want to hear good at least? That's the minimum. If not, wow, you're gorgeous or
Right.
beautiful or
Well,
something."
Debbie says 2 pairs of Spanx. There you go.
All right,
All
I
things silver. Hello.
I bought a pair.
Welcome.
I bought a Spanx that supposedly had like taupe on the outside and black on the inside. Well, the color looks like gray, and when I put it on under the dress, you could almost see like this seam where the black is showing through because it's very
Uh,
see-through in the back.
yeah.
And
Glenn says don't drink Pepsi. It'll make her bloat, right, Glenn?
is it gonna make my teeth fall out like chiclets?
No, I
What?
said it might make you bloat, so your wedding dress won't
Oh,
fit.
okay. Well, it's diet,
I'm
and
thinking that's what he's saying.
I haven't been having sugar, Glenn. I've been really good. I mean, I had the sugar if you consider the fructose from a plum, I had a plum, but I
I had one the other day too. It's great. So all things silver, how's it going today?
hi. I'm holding my head, holding my headache in, thinking it'll. I'll
Yeah,
distract.
Yvonne says you got to get white Spanx or nude.
Yeah, nude or white. Actually, I
Yeah.
did try on a pair of white Spanx, and it showed a lot. Like the nude almost shows a little less. You have to get
Mhm.
closer to me to see it, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Like from far away, it looks like it kind of
Your
blends
wedding
in.
dress will be fine the day of the wedding. Everything's going to be perfect. I keep telling you that because I believe it.
I was
It's
almost
true.
ready to go out shopping for another dress. That's pretty sad. I have to remember to return the other ones that are
Yeah.
returnable
Yeah, that's what
by
she
the day.
drinks, Janet. I think she drinks Pepsi Zero. Or is
That's
that
what I
Diet
do.
Pepsi?
It's these are Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Hey, Dory. How are you, girl? Long time no see.
Hi, how are
Dory's out
you?
from my way.
All right.
She lives out in the bayous.
Are there any lurkers, do you see, perhaps?
Nah,
Okay. So nobody
not
from the TikTok world came to see me here? Aw.
that's good. Girl, did you get your house fixed? Because mine's not. It's getting fixed now, but
Isn't that
crazy.
sad? My
Yeah,
house is
it is.
still...
A year later. And there's a disturbance at the bottom of the Gulf. So
Oh.
my the guy that
And when
works with
is
my
it
husband,
supposed to hit, this disturbance?
well, they
Is it
don't
supposed to hit
they
September
should know in a
17th?
day or two where, but they give us rain all the way through, I think next week. And then the guy that
Did
works
you
with my
hear that
husband, he
dog
goes, "Yep,
bark?
I heard him." He says 5 days of rain and then we'll get the disturbance, a storm or whatever it's gonna be.
Stop barking.
Debbie
Look
says
at
her
that
Goodwill
kitty.
last time had jewelry jars for $39.99.
Ooh.
Ours was $24.99. I don't know if that's a good price or not because
Thank
I'm
you.
not. Yeah, I Debbie, I don't think you were here that day. I did that $75 box. It was supposed to be $150 box. I got it for 75 or 70, whatever it was, and it was a lot of junk.
It really was. You need to have the jar because you want to at least, maybe you could see something interesting on the outside. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I feel so bad for you guys. And there are houses still in my area that they're selling for junk. They're just selling the property now. Like you'll be thumbing through like
Mhm.
Zillow and you'll see a house for, see in my neighborhood, a $200,000 house is super cheap and 250, and they're saying total tear
Mhm.
down, first the first level and basement were completely flooded. And it's so sad.
Yeah. Yvonne says, yeah, it'll all work out magically, and worrying doesn't help. You're
You know,
right. You are
I
so right.
think I figure it's not going to be my Pinterest
Oh,
beautiful thing, and I just know that I hate to say it. Can I say it out loud? I'm older. This is my first wedding, and a lot of the people that are coming are older as well. So I just kind of thought maybe a live performer would be nicer than a DJ because we're more interested in kind of like listening to a concert than dancing our butts off
mhm.
like we used to do. I mean,
Right.
I said like really, Tony and I, we're gonna probably dance 5 dances and then we're gonna
Yeah.
stop and talk to people or get tired. That's just the
Right.
truth. And
That
then
sucks, Debbie.
what?
She says
Oh yeah, that
her
does suck.
last two boxes have been garbage.
I got a bad one too, and I just said I'm not gonna get any more because they just
Yeah.
basically gave me a box full of like heavy chains, so it was 5 pounds
Yeah.
of nothing.
I think the only thing decent I got was that lighter, which I may get half of my money back.
Oh
Yeah. Dory says she votes live music. It's more social.
yeah, I feel like in a way, like if people want to sit down and just watch them, or it just I don't know, it felt like a little kind of like extra in a way than just the radio playing in the background kind of thing. It's not going to be the radio, but playlist.
Yeah. That does. I mean, you can turn it into a craft light. That's about it, Jennifer.
I bought
They
single.
have,
I bought a lot of. I'll tell you, if you see Native American sterling silver single earrings, then those are nice to have because when you're doing crafting, you could make like a charm bracelet out of the single
mhm,
earrings if they're the kind of earrings that have a hole that you could put a
right,
jumper in.
right.
Or sometimes you could cut off. Well, I have a drill, so I could cut off the post and then I could put a hole through it and then do that. So
Mhm,
those are really worth it.
right.
But
Well,
if it's not, or if they're cute enough to just make a charm bracelet and if they're just junky junk, then it's junky junk. But if they're sterling, they have value.
yeah, that's cute. The
Oh, I wanted to
the
make a bling
antique,
tree.
yeah, the antique mall that I'm at, they make all different kind of things in not decorating the picture frame, but making like shapes and stuff in a frame. It was cute.
I want to I told somebody this and she did it. I said I wanted to do a bling tree and I wanted to put earrings as like you get the desktop size
Right.
or maybe like the Dollar Tree size trees and then
Uh-huh.
you could
That's a
add
good idea. That's cute.
a couple of
Right.
extra
Harry
branches on
gets
it.
some.
Harry.
Yeah. I
Where
never
the hell
thought of
did
that before. That would be a good idea.
you're talking about
So yeah, that
oh you
sounds
do the bling
cute.
trees too?
The earrings
Cool.
on the tree. Yeah.
Yep. It's why
Now
not?
my little niece makes she makes wind chimes with, broken jewelry and stuff.
I
So
used
hey,
people up here
Heather,
at the
just in case
craft
you're
show.
here.
They used to sometimes put on the like they would put let's say an old kitchen spoon, drill holes, and then hang like forks and spoons as the wind chimes,
Right.
and then put like on the fishing wire they'll put beads like crystally beads like in different
Hmm.
colors that and then
Right.
that stuff's fun to make. We should
Yeah.
do a craft show and make stuff.
I know. That'd be good. I
Yeah.
popped in Stacy Mays for a few minutes and they were crafting away. I miss that because I feel like I'm a creative person and I miss that with
Mom
everything.
wants MKT wants to come up on our
Okay.
live and talk. That's fine.
Here, let me put the link back up.
There's a lot of
So
good ideas for
anybody who wants to come up,
and
feel
if you're
free.
making something interesting and you like the folk art kind of look, you can dangle anything into a wind chime. It could be a nut or a bolt or a gauge or anything that's
Hmm.
metal. You could string together if you have
Right.
a,
Oh,
a
Harry's at
drill.
work.
This was my symbol for drill. A drill.
A drill. I don't know if that's a drill.
I had the Well, I have a regular drill. I have for jewelry making. I had bought this. It's called a flexible shaft. I'm not saying
Uh-huh.
anything. It sounds funny, but that's the name of it.
Right.
And it's like a Dremel kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
The bottom part's like a Dremel. And I also had a hand cranked drill. That was my first drill. Like you could put your little drill bit in it, like your 20 gauge or 22 gauge
Uh-huh.
or 24 gauge.
Gotcha.
Wait,
Oh,
I
she said
thought you
too
wanted to
early
come
for me.
on. Okay, you don't want to come
She
on.
said
All right.
it's too early. Debbie, you want to come on? I know
Debbie, come
Jennifer
on.
won't.
I'd like to see Debbie.
Greg, how about a guest today?
Brag. Yes, it's a flexible
Flexible
shaft.
shaft.
We all want a flexible shaft when we make jewelry.
That's right. Harry
It
says
makes our life
no.
easier. No, nobody wants to come. No, I'm
Jennifer wants
sitting
to know,
here.
gee, you got one of those?
My dogs are digging holes in my yard as we speak.
Oh, girl, let them dogs dig for a little while.
What? The holes are like my whole leg could fit in it now, and they come in filthy. I don't want to let them dig. I don't know. Am
Yvonne
I gonna
wants to
have
know
to
what
put
the
like?
heck is a flexible
I,
shaft, Jennifer.
I'm gonna have to tape little like oven mitts on their feet so maybe they'll dig better. I don't know. I'm thinking
I
maybe
wish
we
I
could
could
just.
find those little boots I had.
Your mom said I should put chicken wire over the holes, but then they like cut up their feet. I don't know.
No, they would catch their little thing in their little claws and they would stop.
Well, you know what? At this point, I need to chicken wire my whole entire yard, from sea to shiny sea. But except
Mm-hmm.
it's really now like mud and dirt and weeds.
Right. Oh, I'm getting hungry. I wonder if my son will fix me cheese toasty, as Scarlett calls them.
Okay, Harry says if he was home, he'd come on.
I hear
Well,
you.
you know,
He's
Harry, take a coffee break and go into the bathroom. No, we don't want to see you from the bed. I mean, go somewhere like step outside. There you go. That's that's awesome. What are you laughing at?
Jennifer and Greg with the flexible stuff. Right, Debbie?
All right.
Jennifer says she don't know. Susie said
Do
it.
you want to see it? I could bring it up from the basement if you want to see it. But it basically, do you remember going to the dentist back in like I was going to say like the 1940s or something. No. But
Just how
it
old are
was
you?
originally the drills that dentists used to use. And there's the motor is up here, and then there's a shaft that comes down, and it's flexible. And at the end, there's a place. What do they call it? A collet or something? I don't know. Like there's a place where you could insert. Oh God, this is starting to sound terrible. You could insert your drill bit into, and then use your key. I
She
forgot
needs
what they
help,
call the key
guys.
to tighten it up. I'll show you if
Jennifer
you
says
want.
she doesn't have a shaft at all.
You might.
This. I think this show is
You
going the
might.
wrong way.
Well, you know, if they were all flexible, it'd be much more handy. That's all I'm going to say.
Right.
All of your
There you go.
drilling needs would be met. I'm good.
Oh my
And
God.
bump. I'll let myself out now.
There you go.
I'm really talking about a tool, dudes. I should go get it. How old am I? 42.
Jetta
No,
says,
she
and
said that she was turning 50 something, like 52.
G says his is flexible most of the time. Other times, not so much.
I'm glad to hear it. You're as old as dirt. I used to say that.
Actually, I was talking about Susie when she said that drill was like from the 1940s.
I was just saying, like, you guys are coming with me now. And if my iPad dies, I'll have to get the one. You're coming with me, and you're going to see a flexible shaft. And I'm going into my nasty, scary basement. And this will
We're with
occur.
you. Nothing will happen.
This is a road trip, and you're getting a demo. Don't look at my
road
mess.
trip and a demo.
I mean,
I'm looking at your mess. I'm looking at your mess.
Shut up. Don't see it. Don't look. My house is falling apart. Look. Do you see? This is my house. Everybody thinks, oh, Susie's rich.
Debbie's got the eyeballs.
Do you see? This is my wall, ladies and gentlemen, falling apart. Oh, this whole thing has mold all over it after Ida. You have a hole in your wall too? All in all, it's just
right, Debbie. Don't look at mine either.
All righty, all right, let me get this down. Oh, it fell. All right, this is the flexible shaft top. This.
Harry says patch and paint.
All right.
Jennifer says she hopes it's a big one.
It is. It's really big. Okay. Look at this cord. It's so thick. Well, anyway, this hangs up and it's heavy. And then this is the shaft. And this is the end that has the drill bit on it. So you could do your drilling. And then you would use this. Well, not this. Where's the key? I don't have the key attached to it anymore.
Harry said
Wow.
he'd love to see the shaft, but he has to go.
Well, this is my shaft, everybody. And it holds the drill bits, only I don't have the thing that I lost my key that makes it open up and shut. What's the point of having it if I can't even use it now? I don't even want to step away
Jennifer
and show
said,
you.
"My, that's a huge shaft."
It's a big shaft, but like if I showed you the mess all around this house, and I can't even lift this up. Oh, here I have another one.
Jennifer said, "Don't worry about it. Her house is trash." No,
All right,
mine.
that
Shoot.
was my first flex shaft. See, I used to go to jewelry school. This is I have another one.
He said
This is
that's
my
similar to the ones he has. Same principle.
this is the second shaft I have because you can't have one. You need two. Why are they so heavy though? This is the second one that I had. The first one was a Fordham, and this is it's a Lucas. I thought it was a Victor, but this one actually, the key was on
So
this
can I ask,
rubber
why
band
do you
that
have
broke.
dental drills hanging in
Not
your
an
house?
Allen. It's I don't know. It's something that fits in these like little holes. But now two of
Right,
my keys
Debbie?
are missing. I think that people come and steal just like one little thing off a thing I have, and then I'm thinking that's insane. I'm almost like, why did this disappear on me? Well, now I have two flex shafts that are basically useless to me if I can't change the drill bits.
Right, Janet?
Why? Say it out loud because I'm
So
working hard.
today on Dawn and Suzy sex chat.
No sex. It's jewelry. It's drilling. It's a drilling chat. Oh Lord, this hook. Okay, stay up there. It's heavy. If it falls, it could break a foot.
But now they're talking about Scarlet, so
Look at my creepy basement. It looks like I could show you the high water line, but I'm not gonna. Oh well. I have a lot of various junk plus not junk. I have to sort through. I'm stuck with the web. Look at this side. See, everybody thinks I'm rich. I could also show you my
I'm gonna
window
check
that
out
is
my
made
door
up
and see
of.
my son's room with no floor at all. You can just see straight down to the ground.
I'm taking a sip of the morning shake that I didn't finish.
Debbie says drilling with flexible shafts. I mean, geez.
If you're gonna get drilled. I mean, if you're gonna do drilling, whatever.
Well, yeah,
If you want to get to drilling,
that's right. So do
you
you
used to.
use those? You used to use those in making your jewelry?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
that was
So you
why
should have explained that in the beginning.
Well, I was telling you about drilling holes in metal.
Jennifer, what are you? Can you hear
This
her?
is not working. See,
Perfect. Hush.
ah, my plug just.
Do y'all hear my dog?
I do. Oh, I missed 40 things in the chat while I went downstairs. That's a lot. Let me
Well,
look.
I was telling you, a lot of it is laughing, and Jennifer says he
My,
has
that's a
every
huge
tool in
shaft.
the world at his house. Go ahead. You want to go? Go.
All right. Where's Scarlett? Oh, you were saying Scarlett should have been here because she would have enjoyed the shaft.
Jennifer says she hasn't been drilled in a while.
Oh, really?
Ooh,
No comments about.
I hit her head.
Oh,
She's
well, it
rotten.
stopped her from growling.
Yeah.
You might have hit the off switch.
No animals have been hurt in the making of this video.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. My contractor and his guy keep going in and out,
I'm sorry
so
for laughing.
that's what
She's
she's
a sweet
barking at.
little doggy. She's
Yeah,
protecting
and
her
she can't bite me
mommy.
because she only has 7 teeth. So
Yeah, she's a meanie. But 17 can still hurt.
yeah, they little bitty ones. Aw, did I knock her out? Oh.
But yeah, like I said, you hit her. If you hit her off switch, she stopped growling.
No.
But I don't mean off all the way. I'm sorry. No dogs
No.
were injured in the making of this video. She's still happy and
Yeah.
healthy, and she didn't really hit her head. She was exaggerating. She's a sweet little soul.
Yes, she is an Ewok. But look, her hair is growing over her ears, so they don't. So I think we're gonna leave her hair like this length on her ears.
She's so cute.
But I
I
can't
don't
bring her
know.
to the
She
groomer
still
for
looks.
2 weeks.
What does she look like? She looks like another kind of animal to me, like a little bit like a fuzzy raccoon. Just gotta. I'm gonna find the animal.
Jennifer, I know someone with a very flexible shaft. Just saying.
And is
Um,
it? You mean me? Because I have two.
I'm not touching that one at
Well,
all.
yeah, you saw them. I think one isn't working though.
Thank you, Janet.
Honestly, one isn't working, and then I lost the keys that made it
I think they're using drills in the back. Should I go see? No.
seem flexible.
I'll ask him when he comes back. Is your drill flexible?
Well,
Oh
it's
my
better
god.
than plumber humor because that all involves like pipes, and it sort of goes down the drain really fast
Right.
when they're done with the pipes. As soon as they clear out those pipes, then the
They're gonna mark
clogging.
mark my channel
18 plus.
18. Well, I do put that it's not for kids, so
Yes, not for kids. We have potty mouths, and we talk about practical applications for tools, and not
that's right.
and only the real applications. Now, when wow, I have a plumber who does like rootering, like roto rootering, but only he's not roto rooter, and he comes. I'm making a gesture. He comes with the biggest. I
Well,
don't
I
even know
gotta
what you
make y'all
call it.
laugh. And
It's the biggest thing that he throws through my. He gets all through all the roots. Oh, it's terrible. What? It's expensive.
right, flexible drilling's going on over here.
Yeah, listen, so
Oh.
I don't need
Anyway, so the guy that wait, he left the door open. Wait, hold on. Bella's gonna run out.
Oh no. I hope
I
Bella
have to
doesn't
go.
run away. Let's look at Dawn's merchandise while she's gone. She's got a little treasure chest, 2 amber glasses, something that looks like a liquor storage bottle. Oh, and it's a little pocketbook made of glass. What else? She's got some milk glass. Oh, giraffes. She's got the herd. The herd is up
I did
there.
have a herd. Well, and there's a herd on the other side too.
Oh, wait, go up. I think I see a Fenton piece.
There's plenty Fenton pieces here. Not all there.
But is that one at the end with the amber edge looks Fenton.
Uh-huh. It's
and then what's the one that's amber in the back on the left side?
Compote. It's a compote.
Yeah,
dish.
but what brand is what brand?
It's Fenton.
It's
Fenton.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have never known anything about glass if it wasn't if it wasn't for Dawn. Now I go shopping and I look at this and I go, that's an Arca Rock from made in France. But I don't like.
Well,
How do I know?
Here, kind of scared to come in. That's right, Chris. I don't know. Do you have a flexible shaft that you use to drill? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, my plumber had come in with the big snake, the biggest snake you ever saw. And he charges a lot of money for it too. I might as well. I don't know. He's not good looking, so he couldn't be like. It's not for fun. Oh, about when they talk about plumber's crack? This guy.
Yeah.
I wanted to grab him like, I don't know, like a paper towel to put over it. I wanted to say, kindly, sir, will you cover that plumber's crack for me? I feel like I'm being, it was, yeah, he didn't seem to give a care that half of his butt was.
Everybody liked it.
That plumber had a really big pipe cleaner. I don't know, whatever it was called.
G says we're talking about girthy shafts.
But Well, the bigger the pipe cleaner, the more they charge. That's for sure.
Ah, Chris says he's in North Carolina. Get Greg to come up, patch the crack, right?
Really, crack spackle. That's what I. I need a crack
Jennifer goes.
spackle.
Jennifer said he snakes your drain. Susie.
I happen to get. I have a very slow moving main drain, and it's
Mm,
and
okay.
it.
Do tell.
Well, okay. I had to get it snaked twice after Ida. It was a direct. For some reason, when my
Mhm.
town flooded, Idaho, like who
Keep
knew that
going.
this would happen? All
Hmm.
of the drains got clogged from debris, but it started
Hmm.
backing up into my house again.
Ah,
So
keep
not
going.
only
Keep going.
did I had the Ida flood, then I had the flood from the sewer. Thank you very much, Miss.
And then all your drain was flooded, and your plumber came and snaked your drain.
But I'm telling you, I had the flood that was almost fresher water coming from the ground, which is not that healthy. I'll tell you the truth. And then when the sewer backed up, that's happened to me twice, by the way.
Right, Greg. He goes a tight drain. Need to open that baby up.
You're not kidding.
Horses
When people
probably
talk
gets
about
not even
things,
here.
you have to you have to get that thing snaked out. I
Yep,
should probably do it once a year for like maintenance.
yep. At least
I
once in
think
a
it's a
while.
good idea for everybody to do it once a year.
Yeah.
But
Well,
if
Yvonne
you
said
have
some
like
people prefer tight drains. So
not in your main drain
yeah.
of your house.
Right. Oh my goodness, people.
Yeah. Some people try to skimp and get, I was going to say, smaller pipes than they should have.
Or
I'm
maybe
like,
they just, you know, came with them.
yeah, my house is old, and the plumbing is probably original. Well, some of it I have already actually fixed. I happen to, I should have married a plumber. That's what I should. My,
Mm-mm. No, 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 no. The
no?
mechanic's car is never fixed. The plumber's drains are never fixed. The contractor's house is never fixed. You know what I mean?
Well, Tony is very handy. And then I call him up at work and I say, honey, guess why? And I'll tell him what's the problem. And he's like, he's like, I hate plumbing. Plumbing is my least favorite thing to do around the house. So if
That
you know, if,
reminds me, I have to tell you a funny story.
okay.
So the guy that works with Garrett Miguel, so they had an intruder at a school alert.
Oh.
So they cops everywhere. Well, Miguel, my friend, works. We call him. Yeah, he plays in poo poo because he's the plumber. So all of a sudden he's bent over. I think he had like crap on his hands, literally. And the cops came and he's like, he's got hands full. He goes, I work here. I work here.
I'm so sorry. I've been there.
Oh,
It's like,
oh my goodness.
freaking poo-poo.
Come here. They don't bite.
Run it over. You'll run.
Yeah, they will run. Come here, precious. Oh God. Too funny.
Scarlet is missing it. She sometimes
I know. Where is
She
she?
hasn't come in so long. See what
Probably
she's
home making toasties or something.
really.
So I
I
hope
like
Miguel
that.
watches her. He said he was going to come on one day.
What, the plumber?
Yeah.
The plumber with the poo poo hands?
Yes. He works with Garrett. He's funny as shit, y'all. He is
Oh,
so funny.
and he has a close personal relationship with
Well,
Just
him and
make sure
Garrett are really they're good
make
friends. They
sure he
work together.
washes his hands before he picks up his phone. That's all I'm gonna
I
say.
know. I
Ooh.
know. I won't
Does
use
he,
his phone. I can tell you
if
that.
he comes to your house to eat, like hit him up with some of that antibacterial gel or whatever it's called. That antiseptic stuff.
Right.
You know, that totally happened. Tony was trying to fix.
Okay.
He was trying to fix that last problem, and when he was
Yeah, baby.
trying to do his own drain cleaning with whatever they use, um, he broke the pipe clear off the wall, and I'm like, so instead of it costing me $450, now it's costing me $1,200. Thank you, but I didn't say it out loud. I'm just telling you that.
I hear you.
Because then he had to replace the whole pipe
Come in.
that was attached to the wall. Oh, and of course they don't have it in their truck, so he had to go away to buy it, and he didn't come back till practically like the next day.
Right.
So I had to live with no toilets for like. Remember when I told you I had no toilets?
I know.
And you
Yeah,
told
you
me
had
how
to
to
go.
make a camping toilet.
I told her how to make a camping toilet. You get a 5-gallon bucket. Then you take a pool noodle and put it around the edges of the top.
Well,
Then you
you
have
had to
pressure
have the
drains
bag in
for it.
first, right?
Yeah, you put a bag, you know, so it's easy to clean. And you put a pool noodle around it so it
Yes.
comfort. And then you can hook your toilet paper to the handle of the bucket. So
You know, I'm so fancy. I can't tell you. This is people say, "Oh, she's so fancy." Yeah, I'm so fancy. I have holes in every wall. My windows are broken and my doors falling.
five
No,
gallon bucket with a pool noodle.
and and that right after it was like a couple of days or a month after Ida, when when all the FEMA went away is when all I noticed all the problems of my house falling apart and stuff. Thank you very much. My roof started leaking, all the siding fell off my porch, and
Yeah.
then I got the mold, and I had the backup of the plumbing. Plus, I had to clear out all the stuff that got flooded out. It's no fun.
Right, Debbie? A bucket and a bag. But, add the pool
It
noodle to the top
I
for
hate to
comfort.
say it, but I actually think I told you thank you for telling me how to do that because I did need it, and I we actually used to go out in the like the days we didn't those couple days we didn't have the toilet, we were out like, and I said, what are we gonna do? He said, let's go to Home Depot, they got bathrooms. Like, okay.
Well, I can't take credit for that one because I saw it on TikTok, but just saying. It was a really good idea. And then when he hooked his toilet paper roll to the little handle of the bucket, that was like the best. Yeah, Dory. It's a Mardi Gras party. Yes, definitely.
And that same days I said, can we go out to breakfast? Can we go to like McDonald's? Is there one that's open that has a bathroom? Because I really want to go. He's like, okay. And then it was like we were just doing that all day long.
Hey,
I said, please drive me to a bathroom, please.
I know.
I have to go.
Definitely. It gets crazy. Well, they're tearing up one of my bathrooms in the back. So we have 6 people here using one bathroom. And they take so long.
Well, I have one bathroom, and I was being greedy because I kind of wanted 1.5. I mean, I wanted an extra toilet because, sometimes we get sick at the same time because we eat the same food that makes us sick. And I said, what are we going to do at some point? So if you have 6 people, it's nice to have 1.5. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You can take turns taking a shower, but sometimes
when the boys want to go sit on the toilet and they got their games, their phone, they're watching Netflix or while they're
it's like you have to set a timer, like the
oh yeah, timer. I'm like, oh no, leave your phone out, get in, do your business and go. Right. I mean, then there's a line that builds up. So we'll have the other bathroom fixed soon. They're working on it now. So
that's nice that you have 2. Yeah. This house is from the 30s, and there's only one toilet, and we were thinking about like where to put it. And my friend said, you know what? And I go, what? She's like, you're not the first owner. You're not even the second owner, and you're not even the third owner. If all those people couldn't figure out where to put a second toilet, then it's probably too hard to do. And she was right. I asked Tony about it. He does architecture work, and he designs things like that kind of. And So he's like tapping on all my walls. Where's the main drain? And he found it, and he said, "Okay, I could put a toilet in here, but we have to burst out through this wall and go push the front of your house out." And I'm like, "Well, how much is that going to cost? 25 grand?" He goes, 25 grand? It's going to cost like 150. And I'm thinking, that's the price of a house in some states. Why are we even dealing with this?
Right. Yay, Yvonne! You listed one thing.
Well, did you hear what I said? How much to build a
I
toilet?
know.
And it's
I
like,
heard.
and I'm
That's
thinking,
crazy.
at this point,
hence the reason you have one bathroom. You can always do an outhouse, Susie.
Huh. Yeah, my grandma used to use it. I'm thinking about I actually wanted to put my okay. I spend a lot of time in the bathroom, and Tony always is like, he's like drumming his fingers. It's like, "What are you doing in there?" And I said, "Well, I didn't know you were waiting. Sometimes I'm just putting on makeup or something. But sometimes I'm not." And then you have to wait.
Exactly. So what'd you list, Yvonne? Since it was only one so far, I hope it's a big.
I just got a security notice that somebody's outside my house. What am I going to do?
Is it the mailman?
I can't really check while I'm online with you unless I just open the door and take my chances. Do you want to see me get killed? Ooh, I shouldn't say that. That's horrible. I take it back. I could go open my door live on the air and we could see who's outside. It would be like a shock. And that would be a bad headline. YouTube personality, yeah, aren't I? I'm sorry.
YouTube creator, TikTok creator. Suzy
answers the door live, and it gets a big surprise. Oh, I'm getting a headache from laughing.
Hey, that's okay. $8 is worth more than no dollars.
I believe that it is true. If you can handle printing out labels and wrapping up stuff, it's worth it. I have a hard time typing. I like the websites that have a pre-printed label kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mercari, when they had that scanning code, if you could figure out what package is what, like, that was good. I didn't even, because my printer wasn't. I use
that when I have one package because it's quicker than setting up my computer at my shop to print it and all. So if I have one, I'll use that. Otherwise, I'll have to pull up my computer and hook it to the printer and all that stuff. So Glamorous Closet has a listing challenge on Saturday at 11.
And what does it mean, a listing challenge?
It's a challenge to see who can, I think, Jennifer, maybe you could tell me if I'm wrong, but I joined last year and I never did anything sad. But you're supposed to say a list so many in a time frame or whatever.
People who have multiples of one thing can win that in a second.
But that's only considered one listing.
I'm trying to list clothing. It is so hard. You have to take like 1,000 pictures and steam it out or wash it and then steam it out.
That's why I don't do clothes anymore.
And then
they want measurements. Shorts.
I've seen listings where girls just say cute shirt. That's their description. Cute shirt.
Sorry.
I'm like, I should try a whole bunch of those. Cute shirt, $12. And then if any of them sell, I'll be like really surprised. That should be my challenge, to list 20 things just describing them as cute shirt and see if any of them sell. 50 and 12.
Dory, you're blue now.
What do you think about that, Dawn? Should I just do that? Should I list 20 things saying cute
I was
shirt?
looking for Dory. You should what?
I should just take one picture, say cute shirt, and see if it sells. Because apparently it works for teenagers.
A whole listing for it. It might.
Let me search. Who searches for cute shirt? Come on. Is that a thing?
Right.
Maybe
try it and see what you come.
I did. I plugged in cute shirt to see what would pop up. A lot of things popped up, honestly.
Yvonne, that's why I don't sell records. I don't know enough about records to sell them. So y'all drop y'all links, please.
Wait, it has to sell on the same day? Is that part of the challenge?
You know what? A couple things I listed within a week they sold. So I'm getting better at picking stuff.
I'm gonna do wink wink nod nod. And I'm like, well, it depends on how much money I have in it. I'll be like, well, if I'm gonna
Yeah.
make money, I might buy my own thing. Yeah, I'm kidding.
At our church thing. It's a Dr. Pepper bottle. And when I looked it up, I think some of them sold for like $65.
Wow.
It's
I
the
have a really old Clorox bottle, and I had another old kind of soda bottle, but it wasn't like a name brand. It was an old timey thing. And I was gonna bring them to my wedding and put like single flowers in it. But
it says
not
not
if
to
it's
be
worth
refilled.
$60. I think the Clorox bottle is only worth about 5 or 6. She just did it. There's 130,000 eBay listings for cute shirt.
Wow. That's
Wow.
crazy.
And I
That
bet you
is
there's about
so crazy.
30,000 on Poshmark.
She wants to know if it's with Valerie, Glenn. Okay. Yvonne says she hangs out on record chats and learns more.
All right. Well, did you ever? I remember Tom Cruise has a lot of records. Did you know Tom Cruise? Did you ever listen to him?
Mm-mm.
Because he used to sell a lot of records for a reasonable price, and some
Uh-huh.
of them I don't know what the condition was, but the albums were kind of interesting. Some of them occasionally they reminded me of my past. Hey, Belle, how's it going?
Okay.
I got. Some people know that there's this place called there's a Golden Nugget. It's like an outdoor flea market every week,
Uh-huh.
and it's not that far from where you are, Dawn. And but I think they're only open on Wednesday and the weekend, one weekend day. And they had a vendor who used to sell old bottles. And back in the day, now I'm talking pre-COVID, they were about $1 each.
Mm-hmm.
So you could find some cute things. But
Yeah.
now everything is like the sky's the limit. They're not going to be $1 anymore. I bet.
Can you put your link? Oh, okay. Jennifer did. Thank you, Jennifer. I will. Hey, Belle. How are you?
Okay.
Belle, I'm still trying to figure out that
Oh yeah,
platform you're
Adam.
on.
I haven't
I
seen
don't know if you
Adam in a
got when I
long
said
time.
hi. And Belle, I saw you have a YouTube channel now. Or did I read that wrong? Because when I went to find it, I couldn't find it. Oh, Jennifer's got some old bottles.
Look at this. Can you see the dogs?
Yeah, funny.
Could you see them?
Did
Come
I
on,
see what?
baby.
Yeah, I saw your doggies.
Okay. Well, at least they know where they live, right?
Yeah, I saw that. Dawn and Mary has a lot of records they do.
Oh yeah. Look at how old they are.
Right. They have those special boxes. I was watching on which I haven't seen in a long time. What's his name? Lenny or Leonard or something from Garage Sale Flips. He he was showing some of the containers or boxes that he used especially for records.
I'm gonna try to plug this iPad in. Oh, you had a Wi-Fi.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I read it wrong. And when I saw it come up as my notification bell, and then when I went back, it was gone. And then I tried to look to see that message on I forgot what is it, decor or something. I looked. So
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If you're if you're a
okay.
person that like me who only has like a couple hundred followers on YouTube, it appears that on TikTok you could get a lot more followers quicker, and then you could go live and actually get tips.
Mm-hmm.
People can tip you. And remember, I was saying after 2 weeks I had made $5.
Right.
I made like $20 in one day.
Go
So
ahead,
it's
girl.
possible.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Lonnie, that's it. I don't
Yeah.
know what I was calling him. And
So
Jennifer is
apparently,
dropping some links.
I guess you have to just be like present and friendly. And
Yeah,
hopefully people will give you a tip.
that's cool. I
You
don't
know,
think I can add one more thing on my
come here, turn around. Nobody wants to see your behind. You're so pretty. Turn around. Oh, and he's not only showing it, he's putting it like up in the air.
Okay, all right, Belle. I don't know if I could call like
Don't put
right
your foot
after
on
because
me.
I have
Put your hands
to go
out.
mail my packages, but I
Like a
will.
day. Do you know that I never saw the dog's behind for the first like 6 months, pretty much? He
Yeah.
always had his tail down.
Yeah, it was Dory. I got over 1,000, and the way I did it, I went to this thing and he says, it's like a follow train, like they have on Instagram, but it was for that. I think I got 1,000 in 2 days.
You're silly.
So, but I haven't gone live yet. I just have 2 videos out, nothing special.
Oh my gosh. Oh
Now,
my god,
Suzy
that.
is getting TikTok famous. So,
What? What'd you say about TikTok
TikTok,
famous?
Suzy just talks about life in general, what's going on, and then she chats with people.
What are you talking about? Who?
You and TikTok. Somebody
Yeah,
asked,
it's
Yvonne
not
wants to know what you talk about.
it's not reseller content. It's really I'm basically okay. A lot of times I go on late at night, and I have a lot of followers who live in Africa, in Australia, in Great Britain, and let's just name countries. People are popping in from Malaysia, and I don't know where are the Himalayas, that place, and it's just a lot. A lot of them don't even. One guy popped in, and he was speaking German. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what you're saying. So, um, I have an actual fan that lives in Saudi Arabia, and he goes to a lot of my
Uh-huh.
lives. But he just says he says like yes and no kind of things. I don't know. So one guy popped like came to it. I started going on other people lives shows, and people find me because like your friends pictures sort of
Hmm.
pop up on the 20 lot, like the first 20 people that you follow if they're doing a live show will show up, and then people will, like when you're flipping through, you could find the person you want to see or talk to maybe. And a lot of people just sit there and they wait for people to show up. But a lot of times we do these things like with grids. And if you just, if you talk to people on these, you meet a lot of people from everywhere. And sometimes they're fun to talk to and sometimes they're not. And it's like a crapshoot.
Hmm.
And sometimes people come in and then give you tips even when you're on another person's show. It's
Oh, that's
odd.
cool.
It's just odd.
I was watching something. This guy was selling these stones, and then all of a sudden he looks up and he goes, "Thanks for the one like, guys."
Well, a lot of people say, please tap the
Hang
screen for
on.
likes. Like if
I'm on mute.
they tap for likes and they say, please like, follow, share. And they'll say gifts are appreciated, but not the gifts are in forms of like YouTube coins. No, TikTok coins rather. I'm on the wrong place. And, you know, they say gifts are appreciated, not expected, or whatever you say. Some people say gifts are expected, kind of. And a lot of people, a lot of the hosts will say, I'll give you a follow back if you give me like they'll name a prize that's expensive. And I'm thinking, those people are, they irk me. I'll follow back anybody pretty much. There's a lot of bots over there that'll follow you. And I don't even get the reason why, because it's not like it really does anything for your YouTube. I mean, TikTok. I'm seeing how people, it's not easy being me. Yeah, I joined a group of people that are just they're sort of they're positive. They want to be positive people that are upbeat. I mean, they are. I mean, but the goal is to, you know, try to lift people up and not push people down. And, you know, I'm all for that. If you have issues that you want to speak about, I'm here to listen. And, you know, we want to remind people that if you're going through something today that's really, really bad, tomorrow it could be all over with and you just don't know. So
I'm back.
you you have to try to you have to try to be mindful of the fact that tomorrow might be way better than today. I'm trying to give people the pep talks we sort of try to give everybody.
Okay, I'm just trying to catch up on the.
But we definitely could do
Debbie says
everything.
on her channel say gifts are mandatory.
If you don't gift, please split now. Yeah, that please tip the hostess. I
Nice.
hate it. We were doing these like it's they're called box matches where you get up there and people will give you coins and then the people who have the most coins get even more coins, which is it almost reminds me of a pyramid scheme. But it's kind of fun to play in the beginning where people actually have
Hmm.
coins to give and then and it almost becomes like a race to see who's gonna get the most coins and
Right.
but you know you are kind of counting on when it's your turn that people will be reciprocating and if
Right.
you go up there and you give out like 200 coins and you get up there and people give you 8 coins you're like
Hmm.
okay.
Right. Exactly. Janet, Belle wants to know what constitutes a rare Christmas light.
It's probably from the 50s or 60s.
I had some old chili pepper lights,
They used to have
and
these big bulbs in the old Christmas lights and they used to have the bubble lights that used to did you ever see those for the Christmas tree strands? They would
uh,
like they looked like a little candle shaped light and they would
mhm.
bubble. Look it up and they're kind of cool.
Okay.
If you ever see them, they're very rare now.
Dory said we should all get in a box on TikTok. All of us TikTokers.
Absolutely. That's well, I go live a lot. I could go live like right after this and you can come to my TikTok. You can come and be on my live. I'll let you on. You just have to, you know, and you don't even have to show your face there too. I kind of want to see people's faces. There was this guy and his name was Fireman Dan, I think. And I said, "Why don't you ever show?" He doesn't talk. He doesn't show himself. I thought it could be a woman. It could be a kid. How do we know? We know
Hmm.
nothing about this guy. And then I was doing a live later on, and he came, and I said, "You're here." So he said, "I'm German," and I'm like,
Oh,
"Oh," and it sounded like a mature man's voice. So I was at least glad to know he wasn't a child or a woman, and he
right.
basically didn't speak English. So that was his issue.
Okay.
So I said,
Belle, in
I
the
only know
50s.
one phrase in German. Ich
Uh,
liebe dich. And someone said, well, that sounds not good. And I'm like, well, it means I love you. German is a very fancy language. It's very
hmm.
guttural in your to talk, to speak.
And Belle says Dan can be short for Danielle.
Right? Right. I mean, it showed a picture of, I think, a man. But like I said,
Yeah, you never know. They got so many kids on TikTok. It's
yeah,
crazy.
and
You
that's
have
the
to be
thing. Like we're
careful.
doing these things where I mean, I kind of consider it's fun to play these things, but it's a little like slot machines. You don't know if you're going to win around ever,
Mhm.
and it's really not for children. Because what if somebody has your code and starts pulling out your the coins from your account because they're your child because
Mhm.
it's linked, and the next thing you know, they've like depleted your bank account. That's
Right.
not good. I bet with my head not over it. I turn my tips back into TikTok coins so I can give them out to other people. Eventually, I
Don't
will.
have that much time to put into it. Let's look. I haven't even been making YouTube
You
videos.
really it. it's okay. You have to put some time in for sure, but it's a lot
Yeah.
easier to make social contacts because you see, we're sitting here and the rest of the people are chatting with words. When you could start like meeting them in a like a 6-person format, it's a
Mhm.
lot easier to actually
Right.
learn their personalities and see if
Right.
you really like or click, or sometimes you just start laughing with people and you're having a good time and
Yeah.
it's pleasurable. It's nice.
Well, that's good. That's good.
And you don't have to, you could just talk about anything sometimes. Oh, one of the Australian ladies got sent a gift box of American candy, and she tried a Hershey Kiss, and she spit it out, and she thought it was horrible. And
Oh,
I thought,
wow.
"Are you kidding me?" I was like, "You really found it that bad?" And she did the same thing with a Twix bar. She's like, "Ugh, it's horrible."
Yeah, I love to watch those where their guests will send them boxes of like American snacks and they think they're horrible.
She really did. She's like, "Well, our kisses look just like this, but they taste good."
Oh, wow.
And I said, "Yeah, just like your Marmite and your Vegemite taste good."
Well,
She goes, "Well,
I
you
can't
have to
wait to
use
go
it
to
the
the
right
Hershey
way."
factory when we go to
I
Pennsylvania.
did,
That's what I'm looking
but
forward to.
can I tell you that they turned the factory into like a not like you just walk by a glass window and you could peek down at it. Back in the day, you could almost go by the place where the candy was coming down and they were
Uh-huh.
bagging it, and then they would throw you a chocolate bar at the end. And they
Oh,
don't do
cool.
it anymore. I
Aw.
heard. That's kind of, but what's cute about Hershey, Pennsylvania is like the lamps, the street lamps had the Hershey Kiss.
Oh,
Like
okay. Cool.
like that was, they
Nice.
used to, at least. I haven't been there since I'm a kid. Now, I was a kid a very long time ago.
Uh-huh.
So it could have changed a lot. But I heard the tour really changed a lot since I
Right.
went.
Well, Jennifer,
FDA and
right.
regulations.
Yeah. Belle and Jennifer, I just watch. I mean, I put 2 videos. It's not really a video. It's pictures that I made into a video, but that's about it. Yeah, you're right, Jennifer. That girl was whack if she don't like kisses.
Wink and blink lights, or the Santa spinning lights, or tree topper, or matchless gem lights. Okay, that's
Okay,
good.
cool.
I sometimes do searches of like rare Christmas lights just to see what pops up. And then, then I look at how they sold, and then I start saying, "Ooh, well, the ones that sold for
Right,
$20, those are the ones I'm going to look for, not the ones that
right,
sold for 4." And,
right. Exactly.
I
You're
guess that's
right,
what
Dory.
it does.
TikTok can be informative. I've learned a lot of stuff on TikTok. I mean, you can go to the crappy channels or you can go to the informative channels. I mean, there's a lot of junk out there and there's a lot of good ones, you
Meet the
know.
Crappy Channel
No,
creator.
you're not. I've been on your channel. It's not crappy.
Well,
I'm
I
talking
mean,
about
I'm,
crappy,
but my
crappy.
live shows are just me doing this.
Right. But
It's
no,
not
but there's a
exactly that
lot of
informative, is
there's a
it?
lot of things that teach you stuff on
Well,
TikTok
I'll
for
talk
a
about
very
it.
short time, unless you fall down the rabbit hole and then you're on there all night. Yeah.
Well, that can occur. I get kind of like, it's like something happens in
Right.
my brain. I get tired, and then I almost get like sleep deprived, and I almost seem like giddy because I'm like, I'm so tired that I guess maybe adrenaline starts kicking in or something, and I don't know. You just start getting the giggles for no reason. I mean, I'm telling you're totally, totally, totally stone sober, and you start laughing about silly stuff
Hmm.
because you're
Yeah.
just
Well,
like,
I put a video of the dogs. It was just pictures, and then I put pictures of my husband and I. That was about it. I didn't even put the kids, Jennifer. I guess that'll be the next one.
well, I really, really enjoy. Like I was in a woman's chat. She was from Australia, and then she had someone from the South, and I was representing the North, and then she had somebody from South Africa come in. It was just fun
Cool.
to talk to people from other countries. And let me tell you, the woman from
Right.
Australia was very bawdy, and I said I thought that was frowned upon on TikTok, and she goes, "Not here." She goes, that's our second language, cuss words. I was like, okay.
Yes, indeed.
People love the dogs on TikTok. I tried to do a dog channel. I have Norton and Roxy as a channel,
Mm-hmm.
and I should just do the ones where I just like film them all day and then see if anybody comes in. But I don't know. They're not that interesting.
Sure they are.
They bug me for food and bark at me. Oh, I said food and he turned around and looked at me. He's like so big now. Oh my goodness. He's massive. His head is huge. He's such a big dog.
Okay,
I
Debbie,
want.
thanks for coming.
All right, take care. I appreciate seeing you. So she's probably gone already. I'm like, I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
So y'all wanted the update on the contractor. So
Okay.
because of all the rain, he tried to jack up the back of the house and it just sinks. So he can't do anything. They're gonna put part of the floor down. So my house still is not finished. And he's not working tomorrow. So that puts it for next week. Yeah, I'm
Look at how
so
that's such a mess.
I know, and he can't do anything. I know it's not his fault because of the rain, but we're about to mildew here. It's so bad.
They're looking at the door, like someone's at the door.
Well, maybe somebody is at your door. Look at that.
They call that a hillbilly doorbell.
He's mesmerized.
It's the hillbilly doorbell. Because I didn't have a doorbell for so many years. I just had dogs bark when someone came in the door.
Right.
I'm sorry. So what is this guy doing?
So I mean, they're gonna put part of the floor up as far as he can, but they can't finish jacking up the house because when he tried to do it today, the jack just sinks in the ground. It's so wet. So he's just gonna so they're finishing up the floor. He's not working tomorrow. And so he'll be back Monday with a bunch of people. But if it's rain, it's supposed to rain all through the weekend. So I don't know what's gonna make Monday any different, you know. So
Norton. Norton.
oh Norton.
What's that noise? Norton.
You heard that noise? That's
I
his
heard it.
compressor.
Norton. You know your name? Do you know your name? Do you know your name?
He's
Oh.
like bald.
Do you know your name?
Yeah, I can hear him back there. They putting that floor down, but that's about it. That's all they can do.
Mr. Licky Ricardo's back. I can't even film it. I'm making you dizzy. All right.
Yeah. But unfortunately, what he's saying is true because the back of the house has to be jacked, Belle. And yeah. So until it dries, which I don't know when that's going to come because we get rain every day and a lot of rain and we flood here. Right. I mean, we had 2 nice days. That was it. So everything didn't get a chance to dry. So like, I mean, we got a lot of rain yesterday. So I don't know.
I'm showing you my exciting dogs. See? Very exciting to watch.
Right. You're right, Jennifer. Maybe I'll suggest that. It could be Montsbell. I'm just, I'm getting very sad over it, but I'm gonna give it to God and it'll be fine. I just don't want another hurricane to come and then it not be fixed because then your insurance, if whatever they paid you for is not fixed, then they won't pay you for the new damage.
Oh, brother.
So, and that's when you just pray that God takes the whole thing, and as long as we're not in it. I know. I feel that,
Do they
Dory.
even still insure like around here? Every time you put a claim in, it's almost like a ding on your record.
Not if
And
it's natural disaster.
okay,
That's what they told us. So,
well, I had insurance companies tell me that because I had put in a claim once, that my insurance would be elevated a few $100s for several years, or they
Well,
wouldn't even
ours
they
is
didn't
going
even
up
bother
because
me.
of how much claims they put out, but it's not a ding on your personal account per se because of if it's like a hurricane, a natural disaster, it doesn't go against you. But in general, everybody's insurances are going up. I mean, and a
That's
lot of them are
true.
shutting down. They're going bankrupt. They're closing. My sister-in-law's went bankrupt. Haley's is closing by January. So, and they have to gut their house because they have mold growing. So,
It almost pays. I don't know. I almost said something like that's why a lot of the people around here are just selling the property to get
mhm,
back some money before they move to another spot,
right.
and
Yeah,
they're selling it as like a total loss or a tear down or something.
right. Exactly, Doria. So my sister-in-law lives in reserve and their house is sitting there gutted, but they can't do anything because of the insurance. And all FEMA gave them was a trailer to live in. Not all, but no help to fix their house.
They were doing
Right. Oh
video
God.
tours of all the houses around here because they didn't even have enough people to kind of
Mhm.
go and visit.
Yeah.
So, and because of COVID, they didn't want people coming in the houses. So they were just saying, well, like we'll give you an appointment and you could have turn on your Zoom and then, show us your damage and
Right.
then see if you got anything. And I asked Tony, I said, should we do this? Should I do it? He goes, don't do it. Don't do it. And I'm like, he never wants to ask for any help of any sort. He's
Yeah.
very proud. His whole
Yeah.
family's like
You're
that.
right, Greg. And they do. They try to get anything, out of every little thing, and
A
it's
lot
so
of
frustrating.
a lot of my
Especially like
actually
Belle said, we're into hurricane season, and
they won't
I
even
just don't think
help
it's
us out
fair.
for natural disasters, by the way. My insurance will not. Like whereas yours does. Maybe it's a
Mhm.
special kind of insurance rider or insurance in general, but my insurance says we don't cover natural disasters. So it has to be sort of like the byproduct of the natural disaster. Like they won't cover the storm damage, but they'll cover maybe the contents that got ruined, or
Mhm. Well,
like
now
maybe
yours was flooding, right? Your damage, right? Was flooding?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah, you
did
see,
have
I
flooding.
won't cover flooding either unless the water has to come from the top down, but if it comes from the bottom up, it won't cover it unless you have flood insurance.
Well, I must have had the first time I had the flood in my basement, unlike the third or fourth time that they did cover the cleanup. They didn't
Mhm.
cover. I don't know if they covered the plumbing, but for instance, they didn't pay for my washing machine or my water heater that broke, but they said
Mhm.
we'll pay to clean it out. We'll like you know they figured that it could cost 250 to get it professionally cleaned, and I'd say, wow, it
Yeah.
just struck me very strange that they would just rather you
Mhm.
know just pay for
Right.
cleaning and help me.
Yeah. Like now, our deductibles for hurricanes are higher. Like you can pay anywhere from 6,000 to my one of the guys that works for my husband pays like he had to pay $26,000 deductible for the hurricane. So after Katrina, they changed that, and you have like this 6%, 10%, depends on your insurance what you have for a hurricane deductible. It's crazy.
And in my area, because I do live in a technically I live in a flood town, and I'm
Hmm.
technically not in the flood zone. But if the flood zone gets flooded, the rest of the town floods because the water has nowhere to go
Hmm.
except pool up in the upper part of town, and we
Right.
get the runoff from the mountain.
Hmm.
So, and then they said, and then one insurance company told me, well, we're charging you for flood rates even though you're not in the flood zone. And another one said, well, we don't do that. But they're
Yeah.
all overpriced and kind of the
Right.
same, and they don't
Technically,
really
I'm
cover
not
much.
in a flood zone. Like we flood if rain comes down fast, hard, all at one time, we will flood. But it hasn't gotten in the house. So, but technically we're not in a flood zone, so we don't have to have flood insurance. So I don't know, but I mean, we ended up with a small business loan, the SBA loan. So that's what we're fixing our house with because the insurance didn't pay enough, and neither did FEMA. So it is what it is, I guess.
It is what it is, but
I mean, you
it's
can't
not.
change it. So I get upset about it. And my husband's like, you just need to stop because you can't change it, which is true. But I still like to get on my pity pot sometimes.
I do that. I was
It's
doing
so
it yesterday. I was crying, and then I was told, I was asked, "Why are you crying about stuff?" And I said, "Why can't I cry about stuff? Sometimes you want to cry."
right,
And
right, Dory. Yeah.
that's it.
Hey, honey.
Sometimes you have to let it out, and then you feel better.
It's
It's not a
Mr. Southern
bad thing
Pines.
to be sensitive.
All right. Well, you can go talk to Sammy in the back. So, hubby.
Garrett,
Yeah, he just ran in for a minute to drop some medicine off, and then he's leaving.
Mr. Dawn is here. Mr. Southern Fine.
Mr. Southern Pines. Yeah, you're right, Dory. It's a racket for sure.
Really, insurance companies from every sort of insurance are definitely racket.
Jesse Daddy. Jesse Daddy.
Because they count on you. Are you eating the terrible?
Is he eating the floor?
He was
Is
he
that
was
what you
looking at
started?
he starts to chew on hair, and then it turns into like wool in his mouth, and then I have to pluck it out before he swallows it.
Mm.
He's a he eats anything inedible. He goes outside for tasty treats of twigs and those spiky balls.
He likes those spiky balls.
He loves them. They're so
Maybe you
good.
should dip them in something for him.
I asked my vet. She says, "Well, they're not poisonous, but they can cause gastric distress."
Well,
And
yeah, they got little spikes on them.
well, not that he chews that, but still, they're not digestible.
Mm-hmm.
And he burps a lot. He burps a lot, and they're really loud burps. It's the funniest thing.
It's probably because he drinks so fast. You know.
Can't believe how big he is. I'm just always amazed because my other dog she looked half that size for sure.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Crazy. 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 So, what are you gonna do today, Susie?
Do I have to do anything that involves leaving the house? I don't like leaving
I
the
don't
house.
know. I do. I have to go mail my one package. I should keep packing stuff here, but
I'm
I
looking at the
should.
date. I'm looking at the day of the week. It's Thursday. So
Mhm. And then I have to go pick up my granddaughter from school. So
it's
I do
garbage
have to do.
night. This is sad. I'm telling you, hey, I have to pack up the garbage to be sent out to the curb. Isn't
Oh,
that
well, you want to hear a
exciting?
garbage story? Our garbage man passed right past all our stuff because my son had his truck parked in front of it. Uh-huh.
You know, there was a time when our garbage men used to leave my garbage bag in front of my house a lot. And I used to call the town and I said, what is going on? This is the third time that happened. And then they I got a nice lady who said, "Oh, I'll call them and make them come back around." And anyway, they didn't. And then I called the next day, said, "I thought they were supposed to come back around." And she said, "Well, how do you have your garbage?" I said, "In a garbage bag at the curb." And she said, "You're supposed to put it in a container. They're not obligated to pick up a bag." And I thought, nonsense. Everybody on on my street puts it in a bag, and it's
Hmm.
easier for them. They just put it right in. You know?
Wow.
Anyway,
Well, we have, those mandatory cans you're supposed to use, but mine runs over. Apparently, we put out a lot of garbage, so we
well,
have bags inside the can.
I kind of wish we had one of those big cans just for garbage that they supply. Our garbage bill just went up a lot. They sent us a letter. Be prepared for a bill increase. I'm thinking, when
Mm.
is it going down?
Yeah. Well, I
Ah,
requested
it's
a
okay.
second can. So I hope they're not charging me for two yet because I haven't gotten it. Because
Oh,
mine is cracked. They throw the cans in the road,
oh
so they
yeah.
break. So,
That was another thing that was happening. I bought a nicer garbage can 3 times, and they kept tossing it, and the wheels kept like breaking off, or
mhm,
the lid would crack in a million places. So I
right.
needed a replacement. And I went into Home Depot and I asked, do you just sell a wheel? All I needed was like the wheel end so that they
Mhm.
wouldn't keep falling off. And we don't have that part. And I said, okay, do you sell a new lid? And they go, no, you have to buy a whole new can. And I said, every
Yeah, if
year
ours
I
is broken, they'll replace it, but it takes forever for them to replace it. So she told me, "Oh, make it work." Like I told her I'll put duct tape on it until they come, but I didn't. So it's cracked all down the middle. And she said, if you see them throwing it, take a video or write down the truck number and report it. What they gonna do? Make them pay for it?
and then once they
Not
know it's your house, that they'll know you reported
exactly.
it. I run after them.
Exactly.
I used to run after them in my pajamas, and I used to, I'd say like, "Oh, you didn't get my bag," and I'd be running down the street.
Right. So maybe I should start giving them, popsicles and drinks and stuff when they come by. I'm never here
Yeah.
when they come.
Do you know what Tony's neighbor, I think, or was it somebody in his family? They tacked on like one of those milk baskets to the tree that they used to put under, and he used to stash beer bottles in that for.
Oh, go ahead.
And sometimes liquor, and I'm like, are you kidding me? He was encouraging them to like drink and drive,
Wow.
and he said, well, I guess he got better service after that. I'm like, I bet
Maybe.
he did. My friend, okay, she asked for them to pick up a couch, and she didn't have the proper stickers, so she said, how much is it going to cost me for you to take this away today? And they said, we can't tell you to put the $20 bill under the couch.
Oh,
And
yes.
she says, okay, I understand. And so
Well, right now we still have the big trucks that are picking up debris since the hurricane. So if you put something out, they make passes to, I guess somebody reports where there's trash and they'll pick it up. So I don't know. Yeah, I can't tell you to put the $20. Mm-hmm. Well, whatever works, right?
yeah, it worked. She put the $20
Definitely,
bill under
whatever
the
works.
couch. She goes, I'm coming right out. Don't leave. she's like, she's like,
I
or if you're
forgot
going down the
something.
street, back up in 5 minutes.
Right. Find that 20 under there. It might just be it sitting there. Crazy. Uh. Well, girl,
It's
I
funny.
guess I'm going to have to wrap it up a bit because I have to go to the shop and mail my package, and then I have to go get Chelsea from school. So it
Okay.
was nice last night having my girl here. So,
I'm not saluting you. I'm just blocking the sun. But okay.
so
Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I
y'all
hope
for
you all
coming.
feel
It
good.
it has been a great show.
Have a
A
good
little on
week.
the strange side, but good. It was fun. So
I gave
hope
a
to see you
demo.
guys next
You
week.
asked
I'm
for.
gonna put out a buy it now video later,
Oh, I thought you
and
were going to put out an 18 plus disclaimer.
oh what? Oh, put a
Like,
disclaimer
yeah. Like, don't watch this unless you're over 18, because we talked
exactly
about tools. Hey,
about tools.
tool talk.
Yeah,
Tool talk.
exactly.
We should do tool
Thanks for
talk.
coming in, Janet. It was nice having you.
It's nice having you too.
Bye,
Yeah.
G. Bye,
It's nice having you
Dory.
too.
Donna. And don't forget,
I
Dawn and Mary
agree.
comes on, I think, at 12. So
It's
y'all
getting
can check them
close.
out. And I don't know who else comes on later. So sorry.
And if you want
I'll
to
have to
follow me on the TikTok,
give them your name. It's Suzy Woozy.
well, I think it's Suzy Woozy, and then one of them just says, it might say 321 Serenity, or it just says Suzy Woozy Serenity, and you could look underscore Serenity.
Okay. All right.
And
Cool.
or look for one of them has me and Norton so far, and it might turn into a garden shot, and the other one has just Norton and Roxy on it.
All right. Cool. Dory says she's going to look for you.
All
All
right,
right.
thanks.
All right. Bye, guys. Y'all have a
Suzy
great
Boozy.
day.
Right, all right. Bye.